Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's running of. Usually, it's a Friday night high octane sim series race, but tonight, money's on the line.
Yes, sir. Money is indeed on the line here tonight after our championship race last week here in the High Octane Sim Series. We saw Matthew Badby close out that historic season with 8 wins on the season. I think it was 5 or 6 poles on that. What a way! And then one race by 30 seconds. So this is almost like a Pro Bowl here tonight, Tim. We can't be more excited to be giving you this live action here in the High Octane Sim Series.
Man, tonight, there's going to be a lot at stake, I believe. What's the winner taking home tonight?
Geez, I think it was 175 for the winner here
I
tonight,
believe
Tim.
so.
So there was no better way to spend your Friday night. I mean, for a couple of hours of racing, I think that equates to almost 60, 70 bucks an hour if you win this thing. So you can't get paid like that unless you're a doctor.
That's a good analogy. I like that.
But what are the things, Tim? I think I saw that we're running next gen here tonight as well.
We are, typically with this, the HOSS, they've been running the Gen 6. So the fact that tonight we get to see the next gen, I'm really loving that because personally, I love these cars and, I personally like how they handle. There's a lot of guys who don't, but the way that they suck up on that outside lane, that's where I want to be if I'm out in the front tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And you'll see it here tonight, folks. This is one of the most competitive and best leagues that we call here at 10-4 Broadcast. We had a blast during the regular season, the playoffs. All these guys are ultra competitive, ultra respectful too, Tim. I mean, you see it here. They race hard, they race each other hard, but it's always good sportsmanship at the end. So I am very curious to see what the mix is like here tonight between the guys that we saw during the Cup Series, because in those last 2 races, we had an influx of the Xfinity drivers as well. So I'll be curious to see who comes out first here tonight. But of course, we saw the guy that we all keep our eyes on here in the High Octane Sim Series, Matthew Badby, sign up today as well. So it's all eyes are on him, but I'm really curious to see some of these new drivers as well.
Yeah, we got quite the field here tonight. Isaac Emerson, Nick Alford, who we know from HOSS, who put this together, Riley Hoots, Jeremy Richmond, Zach Rednius. I hope I said that right. Brandon Fetterplace, Matthew Betby, as you said, Lucas Whitehead, Alan Bledsoe, Alex Smith, Mike Kaczynski, Ben Mashburn, Edward Marshall, William Britton, and looks like we have one car. He might be an admin that I can't see, so I won't even say his name because it doesn't look like he's racing tonight.
Yeah, Tim, it's going to be quite a race here as we see this pace car leading them around the track here, folks. We're about to go green flag racing, and look at that. Nick Alford is going to start off in the pole position with Isaac Emerson, who just finished second place in the Xfinity Series here in the High Octane Sim Series, just outside of him. But here we go, folks. The pace lights are off of that pace car, and we're about to go green flag racing here in the HOSS Money Race, the Pro Bowl of the Octane Sim Series, if you will. But here we go. We're going to go green, 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 green here at Daytona.
Man, 120 laps here at the banks of Daytona. And nowhere else would I want to do this at Daytona. It just kind of reminds me, it's almost like the Clash back in the day, running here under the lights at Daytona. These guys are, they're going to get stage breaks. They get one at 30, 60, and then the end of the race, 120. So that final stretch is going to be about 60 laps total. That's going to be, they're going to have some green flag pit stops in between those as we see the 92 of Emerson take over the lead that inside lane. But high on that outside, Richmond getting a good push by Fetter placing that number 20 coming through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, and you see right now they're racing side by side here off of 4, heading to that front stretch there. You got Richmond and Emerson side by side as they cross that start-finish line right here, and that completes lap number 1 is in the books, folks, as Richmond is going to lead them down into corner number 1.
Yeah, and coming through turn, we had on the front stretch, I don't know if you saw there, just a little bit of some 3 wide there. Guys thought different of it, backed off each other. And you know what's going to be unique about tonight, Will, is some of these guys are familiar with each other. Some of these guys are not. So how you find your dancing partner as I like to say, will be interesting here tonight as Fetter Place now goes to the outside. Oh, 3 wide back there. Mashburn in that 8.
Right in that danger zone lane, I like to say, Tim. He's right in the minefield of that middle lane there. It's not where you want to be, as he only has 1 car behind him. He's getting squeezed from both sides here, getting a little squirrely right in the middle there as they head down into the corner right now. Still Richmond and Fetter Place right
somebody's
there,
in the
side
wall.
By side. Oh my god! Oh gosh! And he goes up high side there, and they're scraping the wall there on the corner, heading to the backstretch.
Alex Smith is the driver of that number 47, I believe. Yep, he was trying to stay off the guy in the middle. I'm still trying to figure out who that is in the 45. My scoring does not show them. Let me change something real quick. Let me see. Okay, so this is Ben Mashburn. All right, it's got him registered in the 8 car, so that's why I was so confused.
Yeah, Ben Mashburn is rocking that Jordan paint scheme here tonight, almost as a homage to Kurt Busch in 2311 Racing here. And when Kurt Busch rocked that paint scheme, he won the race. So we'll see if Ben Mashburn can go ahead and take home the prize here tonight in the HOSS Money Race. He's been racing really strong, closed out the regular season here in high octane with great runs there towards the end of the season. Him and Chris Darling, 2 new drivers here in the high octane sim series. So we'll definitely keep an eye out on those guys, as well as right now Richmond has cleared that inside lane there. He's going to lead them down into corner number 3.
You know, and that's talking about Mashburn. You know, you and I do know Mashburn. We know that he can get a little aggressive at these plate tracks, but he has been a winner. So, I mean, that aggressive driving gets into where he needs to be and sometimes pulls off a win. And, you know, maybe tonight it'll pull off another win with some money stacked in behind it, while Mike Kaczynski takes over that lead in that number 30 just in front of Fetter Place on that inside lane. Kind of brought himself back from the back of the pack up to the front of the pack as he's leading this one.
Yeah, and Mike's holding that inside lane right there. Fair play still up there as well. But look at the big move by Ben Mashburn going 3 wide on the backstretch as they head down into 3. He's really trying to get that 45 up in the lead right now, Tim, as they're going around 3 and 4 right now. They're squirreling just a little bit here on the corner, but you see Ben Mashburn's right on the back bumper of Fetter Place trying to push him up there past Mike right there. And you see him giving that big push in the draft to push Fetter Place right into the lead here as they go down into 1.
And now Fetter Place is going to leave him. Oh, going to come back up. I thought Fetter Place was saying, never mind, thanks for the push to the front. He comes back to the outside lane and picks up those 4 cars, because there was a breakaway between those two. Kind of 2 packs on that outside lane, but now the cars have sucked up to the back of each other, and now that outside lane is pushing hard towards the front.
But you see right now, Tim, the most aggressive driver on the track is Ben Mashburn in that 45. He is pushing on that back bumper of Fetter Place. He is swirling around him as they're digging down into 3. He's got Fetter Place out in the lead now as Fetter Place tries that inside lane there. He's going to switch back up to the high side there, throw a block on Ben Mashburn there on the high side. As you see Ben Mashburn still trying to get around Fetter Place right there. But with that, Tim, he's pushing him up into the lead here as we cross the line on lap number 7.
Man, already 7 laps into this one as these guys are flying down the front stretch and side by side, action all the way from the beginning of the pack to the back. And look at, if you look at the intervals right now, all the way back to 13th within a second of each other. And I think, let's go take a look really quick. Bledsoe is taking the cautious route right now. He knows that lap 30 he's going to get a caution, so why not keep his car clean? They get 2 fast repairs tonight, so you want to make sure you got at least 1 to get you to the end of this race.
That's the Red Dragon himself right there, Alan Bledsoe, in that 42. Finished 2nd in the overall point standings in the High Octane Sim Series, right behind the historic season of Matthew Badby. So keep an eye on this 42 here, Tim. Even though he's laying back just a little bit here on the back of the pack, he might be trying to avoid all of that craziness that's going to ensue in front of him. But as you said, the drivers only get 2 fast repairs here tonight. So got to keep those in your back pocket just in case anything happens. But right now, Tim, these drivers here are racing side by side, ultra clean but ultra competitive here in the High Octane Sim Series Money Race.
Yeah, now Ben Mashburn is your new leader, while Fetter Place still leading that outside charge. Not really able to get around this inside lane right now As we're going to ride on board with Fetter Place.
Yeah, that outside lane seems to just be slowing down just a little bit, Tim, as these onboard cameras are brought to you by 10-4 Broadcast, and you're starting to see that inside lane has a lot more power to it there, as you're starting to see those drivers just pass him one by one there on the high side. He lost his buddy of Ben Mashburn that was pushing him along there on the high side. Now you see he's got about 4 or 5 cars in front of him now. You see Isaac Emerson in that 92 make a pass as well. Nick Offord's coming in that 22 to make a pass as well. Now you're starting to see on the backstretch, he's getting a little bit more speed, a little bit more bump from behind Tim, but he's going to have to find a way to gain that speed back.
He's just going to, right now, he's only got 2 drivers behind him. You see this inside lane, they've got a consistent group of guys behind them, all staying in line, not weeble-wobbling, weaving in and out, I wanted to say. Because see, like, you see the 24 coming down a little bit, getting a little air to the front of that car. Behind that number 20, that's going to keep slowing them down. That brings that inside line back up there, be able to push by them. And you can see now, Fetter Place is all the way back to 6th place, about to go to 7th place. They just do not have the power on that outside lane.
Oh, and right off, coming off a 2 there, Tim, you saw the momentum that inside lane had right there. Just that push that whole train of cars had coming off that corner there. And you're starting to see cars just pass Fetter Place one by one there on the outside lane there, Tim. But keeping a look at that grid there, what I'm surprised about is that we got 13 or 15 cars in the field here tonight. We got 13 cars in this pack right here, so no separation between the cars just yet here tonight, folks. We're running fixed setups, 2 fast repairs, stage racing, all that good stuff, Tim. But what I love the most is that nobody's seeming to pull off except for that inside lane there. We're starting to see the momentum build a little bit more there on the inside, but nobody's really starting to break away from these cars just yet.
Yeah, and I think, you know, eventually somebody's going to pop back out to the outside lane because, I mean, for me, I'm the kind of person, I got to keep it interesting. If I get too, like, if I can zone out in a race like this. Oh, see a little slicing and dicing there. I wasn't sure what was happening. But, you know, I kind of will zone out if I'm just sitting here riding around. I kind of got to make things interesting and move around, go to the outside lane, push somebody up there just to keep myself awake. At a track like this. And you see these guys are starting to make that outside lane, try to come up front again. The 24 leading that charge.
So we're about to reach halfway here in stage number 1 as Ben Mashburn has fought his way up there. You see Kaczynski's getting a little crazy there, hitting that inside apron there. You saw the sparks fly there on the corner, but now you're starting to see everybody trying to make a move on Ben Mashburn up at the top. Ben knew once he fought his way up there, he's going to have a lot of competition. But now, as you mentioned, Tim, that outside lane there is starting to build up pretty fast with Riley Hoots out there in that 24 machine. And wouldn't you know, he's got his best bud, that historic racer here in the high-octane sim series, Matthew Badby. He's thinking about the inside lane there. Oh, man, he gets loose on the exit of 4. Oh, man, he tried for that. Now he's all by himself there in that middle lane there. He's going to lose a lot of momentum from that.
Totally killed that outside lane momentum. Oh, the 24, the 9 touch. Yeah, no harm, no foul. They're still good to go. Wow.
Still racing.
Hoots, and I think that was William Britton just touched each other there. No, but both cars still going. Seem to be doing just fine. That could have been a big mess here early in this one.
Oh, definitely, Tim. We're not even halfway through stage number 1 yet, and these boys are racing high octane, if you will, as they come around forward.
And now we kind of got a breakaway here. That everybody checking up caused us to get got about a 6-car breakaway up front, and then we have the 12 car of Zach. Back a little bit, about a half a second, and then there's a pack behind him that, you know, if they stay side by side, they're not going to be able to catch these guys up front. But, I mean, retrospective, 15 laps, we're going to get a caution, so not too much to worry about here.
No, not yet, Tim, as we're starting to see that separation. Now we have pack breaks, if you will. We got one pack that's a lead car of about 6 cars up there, and then we see that second pack right there as well, but they're still slicing and dicing in that second pack. It looks like this front pack has learned that the speed is the tandem up there on the inside lane there. They are running around here faster than a train underneath the Christmas tree, and you see that is led by Ben Mashburn up there in that 45 machine.
We'll take a look at last lap times. So Batby, of course, is going to have the fastest lap because he is at the tail end of that line out front, and they're just pulling him along. So he ran at 46.96. That second group isn't breaking the 46s yet, but I'm going to tell you what, now that they are single file, this time by, I bet this pack is going to break those 46s as we see the leaders are going to be going across the start-finish line. We'll see their times update, and then we'll see these guys shortly behind them. You can see them still. They're still within striking distance. So first group 47.04, second group running 47.07. So I mean, the times are so close to each other.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that I noticed to start this race off here, Tim. These guys are glued to each other. Cue up the Gorilla Glue because they are stuck to one another here up in this front pack. Not seeing much separation there, but you are definitely seeing somebody rise to the top here, and that's Ben Mashburn here in this first bit of this race here tonight, folks. You saw him grind his way up into the lead using that outside lane there. Basically push Fetter Place out of his way there, not physically, but just the way he raced there. Was able to get that race car out to the lead pack, and then swung that race car down to the low side to block Mike right there on the inside, and has left that car out front since then.
Yeah, and I think our biggest mover of the race right now is actually Ben Mashburn, up 11 spots since the drop of the green flag. So he started in 12th place and worked his way all the way up here. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yes, sir. And when there's $175 on the line, you want to get that thing out front as quickly as possible, especially with only 2 fast repairs in this race. You want to make sure you're out in that open, clean air. But what I'm noticing too... Oh, no!
That second pack was coming fast.
Big thing out of 3 there. That's
Edward Marshall.
Just really loose.
Man, they were coming with a lot of steam. I was waiting for you to finish your thought because I saw that second pack really reeling them in. They finally got a single file and was able to get the draft of that first pack. And now look where they're at. Everybody's back up here. Whoa. Lot of momentum coming from these guys. They're trying to figure out where to go. Hoots and Batby to the outside. He's got a bullseye right on the back of his car for target. I mean, it's...
Yeah, and you don't want to see those two guys coming in your rear view. They dominated here in the High Octane Sim Series. Riley Hoots didn't have the finish of the season that he really wanted to here in the High Octane Sim Series, but with Matthew Badby right there on his back bumper, now they're fighting for the lead there. They're just on the outside, but they're going to need a little help there on that top side.
Yeah, well, I don't know, because you see there's that break between the 98 and the 30. That's gonna drag the 98 back, gonna bring the leaders back towards them. So they may be all right coming down the backstretch as they're almost neck and neck with the 30 car.
Oh man, and what I love to see, Tim, as they're going up on the high side of 3, is you see that front bumper of Matthew Badby almost underneath the back bumper of Riley Hoots. They're really giving him as much push as he can. And that's what I love to see out of these next-gen cars. You really can push that back bumper as hard as you can. You're really seeing it, as you just mentioned, Tim. They're using that advantage there on the high side, but now they got friends out there. So we're going to see quite the battle here going down into 1.
Yeah, and now side by side for second place. The 24 of Hoots is getting a great push by Batby, and it looks like the number 9 of William is now getting there, and now they're going to go around on that outside lane.
They just did the Ricky Bobby wave of that as they just went flying
by.
But
they're getting it back.
Oh, yeah. That run down into 3. A nice push from Kaczynski there, pushing Ben Mashburn into the corner there, allowed them to gain that momentum back to regain the lead. But you see, oh, man, got really loose on the exit of 3. Riley Hoots and Matthew Badby did on that top side. They're going to lose just a little bit of speed there as we're going to cross the line here. Lap 21, folks. We got 9 laps to go here in stage number 1 of the High Octane Sim Series Money Race.
You know, and that's I'm noticing, I don't know if you've noticed this, quite a few guys are losing the air off the back of their cars coming out of these corners. So you're seeing a lot of guys having to save these things and keep them from wrecking.
Yeah, it's what I've noticed, Tim. It's on the exit of 4. Some reason with the confirmation of that corner there, as you see coming off of 4 right now, they're starting to see them just get a little bit squirrely there. You're starting to see them just a little bit more together here as they're heading towards the start finish line here. Something about that corner, because on the exit of these other corners, you're not really seeing it as much, Tim. You're not seeing too much craziness. We saw a little bit of craziness on the exit of 2 there just a little while ago, but we were side by side here, right, running down into 1. As you see right now, Riley Hoots is going to inch that car right out front of Ben Mashburn there. And if I was Riley, I would want to slide that car down to the inside there, try to throw a block on Mashburn to allow Matthew Badby to get up there to work with you as well.
Yeah, and Mashburn, I think finally he's found his dancing partner for the night. Him and Kaczynski's been doing a great job on the inside lane as they coming back towards that front to take that lead away from Hoots. Coming down. Oh, pit stops.
We got green flag pit stops happening right now, folks. We'll cut to our pit road reporter Kenyon Jones for this pit road interview. And Kenyon, what are these drivers looking for here in this green flag run?
So what these drivers are probably going to be looking is to try take advantage of the caution for lap 30, just trying to, as you can see by the 20 right now, taking tires, hoping to possibly not have to pit again for tires at the end of the run, but just trying to have that fuel, so if it does go green after lap 30, then they can take a shorter pit stop, then edge out in front, hopefully under pit stops.
Yeah, as we saw those leaders head down pit road there, as we're seeing Matthew Badby and Riley Hoots head down there as well, Kenyon, what's going to be the most important thing for these drivers to keep in mind here under green with less than 6 laps to go here in the stage?
Right now, just prioritize keeping the car clean, try be there in the end. So even though they may be broken up now, just if you can get the track position, get out of the way of potential wrecks, keep the clean air, just keep the car clean, you will be in a better position for the end of the race.
There we go. Sounds awesome, Kenyon. We appreciate that. We'll cut to you here soon when we end off this stage number 1 here, Tim. But we're going to see a reshuffling of the field just a little bit here as we got less than 6 laps to go here in stage number 1. And what a race it's been so far, Tim.
Yeah, I want to say something I noticed on that pit stop from those guys we just saw go down pit road, which was Hoots and Batby. They went fuel only because their pit stop was only 5 seconds and 6 seconds. Everybody else's pit stops were 15, 14, 12. So some strategy being played there for sure.
Yeah, and that's what I love about iRacing, Tim. The strategies, the teammates, everything that you have to keep in mind here, race in and race out here at iRacing. There's a lot that comes into play every time that you load up the simulator, whether it's finding your dancing partner, as you just mentioned, whether it's counting in your tires, your fuel. And I think the High Octane Sim Series does a really great job of calculating all those things to make these races not only as competitive as possible, but realistic as possible.
Yeah, and this is our final group of guys that needed to come down pit road. I believe, actually, no, there's one more. Zach, he's coming down as well. So Riley Hoots. Now, they took just fuel. They're actually ahead of Ben Mashburn and Mike Kaczynski and Alan Bledsoe, who is a lap down. They're behind Riley Hoots and Matthew Bebby, who just went with just fuel as we are fastly approaching that 30 lap mark for the caution flag. Oh, and somebody's spinning.
Oh no, looks like that's Nick Alford in that 22 right there, spun coming off of pit road.
See if we can't go
Nick
back
Alford
and see.
He is the Vince McMahon of the High Octane Sim Series here. He is the boss.
Just
He is the
loses
leader
it.
here. Oh man, just spun those tires just a little bit on exit of the pit road there, Tim.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because I'm on the wrong driver.
Still a long way to go though, Tim. So a small little mistake like that does not really cost you
He'll
much
be
here,
fine.
as we're gonna get a yellow flag here at lap 30. So he'll be all right there in that 22 machine.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was lap 30 now. It's like, wait, I'm behind.
As we see right now, Riley Hoots and Matthew Badby are 1-2 right here on the track. I believe this is a lap car that they're coming up on right now, Tim. It's going to maneuver around this lap car, or they could use it to their advantage here if they want to tame them behind that back bumper and just gain more momentum around this track.
I believe they're going to do that because also when you're doing this, you're also saving fuel, which these guys seem to be going that route of saving fuel to make this happen. So really interested to see what's going to happen when we finally head down pit road, because are they going to get tires? Are they just going to top off on fuel, get back out there, keep their position? We're going to have to see. I believe there's only 5 sets of tires, I believe.
Yeah. They make these races as realistic as possible here in the high octane sim series. You know, some folks don't like those realistic rules, you know, with the fast repairs, with only 2 of them, and the tire sets and the fuel mileage, all that good stuff. But for me, I love it, Tim, because it really makes these races, you really have to get out there and start racing from lap 1 to 120. With all those things that come into play, you really have to give it your all from the jump.
Yeah, you really do. And, you know, it's funny to me when people say they don't like to you know, the only thing that these guys aren't having to do is pay for those tires. So,
Right.
you know, people, I've never understood people who don't like it being as real as possible. It's a challenge. It should be a challenge. You shouldn't be out here racing like it's NASCAR heat. You should
Right,
be
exactly.
taking care of your car and making sure that it's going to last to the end of this race, because you could accidentally downshift and blow the engine.
As you see, Riley Hoos decided to almost make a pass there on that lapped car as they head down into 3, but that white flag for stage number 1 is in the air here, folks, as they're cruising around corner number 3 right now. It's Riley Hoots, Matthew Badby, 1-2. The next place car is 4 seconds behind, so I believe right now, folks, you are watching our stage 1 winner. Riley Hoots is going to go ahead and win stage number 1 here in the High Octane Sim Series Money Race.
And caution flag is out. Hoots is going to be your winner for this stage. Doesn't gain anything from being the winner of this stage, but just gains the confidence that they were able to short pit these guys and come out on top after that pit stop.
Indeed, Tim. And with the end of stage number 1, we will take a short break to hear from our wonderful partners here at 10-4 Broadcasting. We'll be right back to speak with our stage 1 winner.
We'll see if we can't get an interview with him here momentarily. And I'm trying to see. Oh, there he is. We'll see if Kenya maybe doesn't have him down on pit road, ready to talk to him. Hey, Riley, it's 3 of us up in the booth. You got a copy?
I sure do.
How did the car feel out there?
This next gen car is pretty snappy. I don't have very much seat time in it, but I've been very surprised how easy it is for these cars to get light and out of control.
Yeah, we saw that a couple laps ago where the 89 looked like he may have been a bit too close, and that took the air off your rear end there.
It's insane, especially as the fuel load burns off. The rear end of the car is just extremely light coming off the corners. So it's been a handful to drive for sure, but I'm having a blast.
Well, it must feel good to be up in the lead, especially after, not taking any tires on that last stop there?
Yep, I'm trying to conserve sets since we only have 4 for the race. And really good wear there. Virtually no wear on the front tires there at the first stop. But I'm trying to conserve so that I have at least 2 sets for the final stage. It's looking like that'll be possible.
Well, if you have a strategy start going your way, it can make the race a lot easier. That's for sure.
Yep. No, nothing is really guaranteed in this style of racing, but thankful to be running well early.
Awesome. Well,
Well,
good
it's
luck,
all-
Riley. While we got you in the booth, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I've got a lot of family watching tonight. I've got an uncle tuning in for the first time. So just super excited to be showing out for all my supporters tonight.
Awesome. Well, good luck the rest of the night, and again, congratulations on your stage 1 win.
Thank you very much. Hopefully see you guys at the end too.
I think
and
I put him in the right spot. That's always
what a
the
run
trick.
it was by Riley Hoots there, Tim. Not to jump over you there, but what a
No, you're
run it
good.
was there. We thought we were gonna see Ben Mashburn take away that stage number 1 victory, but what a way of Riley Hoots and Matthew Badby working as teammates to run their way up into that
Yep.
lead pack there, and then use that pit strategy as an awesome strategy. They came out 1-2 coming out of pit road there, so they really checked out from Ben Mashburn, who finished that stage number 1 about 4 seconds behind. So what a way to work together here. And as I mentioned, these guys really know how to work together really well out of Kenny Power Motorsports here in the High Octane Sim Series. We saw it all season long here in the High Octane Sim Series, and it really was the contributing factor for the season that Matthew Badby had here in this league. We're seeing it now in this High Octane Sim Series money race too, and that's really what you need here. You need your dancing partners, you need your teammates, because Tim, as I always say, teamwork does indeed make the dream work.
It really does. And I want to ask Kenya real quick. Coming into a 120 lap race at Daytona, what is your strategy going into a race like this?
Well, just be there in the end. If you can keep your car in one piece, just start to make friends, then you can start to position yourself. But it's way too early to think, hey, you may be in the lead now, but sometimes it's best to be in second or even in the back, especially for blood nose. I mean, yes, you can say, well, in the back, it's safe, but it's just hard to really call right now, especially this early on. A lot of things can change.
Yeah, and the fact that there's stage breaks kind of breaks up the race as well, makes it interesting. But man, I don't know who to pick to win the race tonight.
Well, right now, it's just looking like anyone can really win. It's Daytona. But obviously the 45s made that really aggressive charge. Things can work out like that, but it can easily go wrong at the exact same time.
Oh, I was like, what are they talking about? Is that a bird? I do.
Well, folks, our guest reporter here tonight is from Australia, so you might hear a few tropical things in his background here. So we appreciate you joining us here tonight, Kenyon. I know it's around maybe lunchtime there in Australia, so we do appreciate you taking the time with us, and we can't wait to work with you some more here at 10-4 Broadcasting. But we see that pace car pull off of the field there. We're about to go green once again here in stage number 2.
And green flag underway. We got Britton up here and Kaczynski. Both were able to, I believe what happened on that was they just topped off with fuel, didn't take no tires, brought themselves back out front as that number 9 car is leading the way on the inside charge. It reminds me of the old Dodge Charger back when Casey Kane was driving that thing, or Jeremy Mayfield.
Oh yeah, and if you guys haven't checked out that Jeremy Mayfield
Yes.
interview that Junior did, that is quite the interview. I've watched both parts now and the segment to where Junior just talked about the interview after the interview, so it was quite the interview there about Jeremy Mayfield and that 19 car. But look at that, Tim. That inside lane there is already starting to build up once again here as we're exiting 4 here, led by Britton up there. And you see a big move out of Riley Hoots and Matthew Badby there trying to go to the inside lane here as they're going to cross that start-finish line here in lap 35. They're going to try to push that outside lane there, try to get back to the inside lane there. They're using a lot of lane maneuvers there between that 24 and 89, but you look at them now, they're now down to the inside lane this race.
Man, what a big move by those two guys. Those two guys are so comfortable with each other, they can make that type of move, and they made it look easy.
Oh, no!
They go up and block Mike Kaczynski in that number 30. Now the 89 doesn't have much steam. He's going to get a little push there. There's going to be an accordion effect going on as these guys all check up. Just making sure everybody got through that just fine. And now Ben Mashburn stuck to the outside lane by himself currently. The 8 and the 42 are just a little bit too far back to be able to be of any assistance right now. And that was Kaczynski had a big run down the backstretch and was able to break those two apart.
And you see right there, I saw Ben Mashburn was on the high side there all by himself. He had to make an invasive maneuver to get back to that low side there to keep that speed there, to stay with this lead pack. And you'll start to see, Tim, these cars that are up here, in the, we have some flickering going on, but we see in this lead pack here, the more they stick together, the more they go front bumper to back bumper. You're going to start to see to pull off from that other pack. We're seeing a lot of flickering right there. Watch out, boys, as they go down into the corner. But now you're starting to see this 4-car tandem right in this lead pack here starting to pull off just from sticking together. But now you're starting to see that 89 here as they start crossing that start-finish line here, trying to make a move there on Kaczynski. He's got that 9-car Britain right behind him. Now they're linking up with Riley Hoots. Oh, man, big move going down in the corner.
And they wanted to get around him. That really hurt Kaczynski's position. He dropped all the way back, still losing spots because he lost all the drafting momentum that he had because the 24, the 89, the 9, and the 1 all worked together to get around him so fast.
They did the Ricky Bobby wave as they went flying by there, but now we got Riley Hoots, Matthew Badby, we've got Britton, and Edward Marshall right there in that one machine, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you see right now, right behind them, you see Mike Kaczynski right there as well as Ben Mashburn. You see Ben Mashburn's going to slide in that inside there to try to give Mike a push there on the inside lane. Now you're starting to see that in the inside lane now build up as they head down into corner number 1 as Riley Hoots as your race leader.
And now Kaczynski's trying to go back to the outside with his good drafting partner, Ben Mashburn there. We'll see if they can't do something or they're going to drop back down. But it looks like they're going to stick to the outside lane. Stay committed. I like it. That's me. If I was out there, that's exactly where I'd be. I'd be committed to the outside lane and hope that somebody come up behind me, give me a great push. As they're side by side with the 1, but it's really just going to drag them backwards.
Yeah, as you see Matthew Badry right there in that 89, maybe we can take an onboard ride with that 89 machine to see his point of view there as he's pushing that 24 machine along. These onboard cameras are brought to you by 10-4 Broadcasting. You're starting to see right here, Tim, one of the things that I love about these next-gen cars is that you have a lot of air on that back bumper. You can push from the side, you can push from the middle, or you can launch that nose right into the back and push your friend along there because you don't really have much gap between the bottom of that bumper and the ground. It's really filled in now with these next gens, so you can really get right up underneath your friend and push them along and not have to worry about putting them in the wall.
Yeah, and two, also it really has a lot to do with how you yourself can handle being pushed because there's just some guys in iRacing, if they get somebody like Batby pushing them like to no end, they start complaining that, oh well, you're pushing me too hard. Oh, look at the outside lane coming real fast.
Yeah, big run there on the outside lane there, but they're going to need a couple more buddies out there to push them along. As you see, that bottom lane is well established with a few cars down there, so be curious to see if anybody wants to go to that top side, try to give them a little bit more momentum, as that 9 is going to try to go to the inside here on the backstretch. That was going to be there, but wisely followed right back in behind the 89 as they head down into 3.
And the outside lane now hit that roadblock. Doesn't have as much help as that inside lane. It's like 4 times the help on the inside lane. Now the 9's going to come to the outside, try to get a push. Oh, people checking up because the energy is changing. And now Michael Kaczynski does not want to stay behind that 9, goes to the outside, and just ends up being at a deadlock side by side for 4th place. Oh, interesting move by the 9. Yeah, I'm not sure why the 24 and the 89 went to the high side there. Kind of messed up their routine. Brought the 30 and the 45 right up to their back bumper. We're coming down the front stretch out of turn 3 and 4. side by side. These guys were just single file about a lap ago, and now they're side by side coming through the tri-oval and down into turn 1 and 2. As right now, it looks like Hoots is your current leader. Tell Emerson he's adopted. Emerson, I'm here to tell you that you're adopted. I'm just doing what I'm told. Brittany Morton told me to.
Gosh, well, Isaac Emerson did really run strong there in the Xfinity Series. We combined both series here in the High Octane Sim Series to finish that season out. Just wasn't able to come home with that championship. I believe that was Fifth Field that came home with that championship. We saw Fifth Field run an excellent race to close out the championship here in the High Octane Sim Series. Tom Crashout, I believe, was on the last lap there, Tim. So I believe he headed into that championship race with a point lead, was able to close out that championship in the Xfinity Series. So not seeing him here tonight here, but we are seeing Isaac Emerson, and Isaac is down into, I believe, the 11th spot right now, but not out of it. As you see, we have 12 cars here in this pack. No separation just yet.
And really, even the next car back is pretty close. And I'm trying to see where.
Right there.
Oh, it's Fetter Place.
Better Place, yeah. Which is surprising, Tim, because he started off really strong here in the Money Race, but just got caught up there in the draft, and I'm not really sure what caused him to drift back so far here in this field. But as you see, he's all the way down into the 13th position down there, but not really wants to be. But a hard charger that I'm noticing, Tim, is Alan Bledsoe in that 42. We saw him there in stage 1, kind of bring up the tail end of the pack there. Kept it cool, as you said there. Now you see him up there in the top 3.
And you know, I'll tell you something that Fetter Place might be doing, because there's we go through phases in these races. You know, we had stage 1, and it could be, you know, calm and collected, and you know, you come to stage 2, and maybe Fetter Place doesn't like what he sees. He doesn't like the aggressive driving that he sees up front, taking quick moves for that lead position. He may just be like, you know what, I'm going to sit back here, let y'all do your thing, because that last 60 laps is where you're going to see me come out on top.
Yeah, definitely. As you saw, Matthew Badby tried to make a move there on his teammate Riley Hoots there, but filed right back in. But Tim, I wanted to ask you, as they're cruising around the backstretch here, what's the advantage, because you're starting to see that 89 kind of go back and forth there on that back bumper, trying to feel out different air pockets. What's the advantage in doing that, and does that gain more momentum for that 24?
So, really, what's happening here? Ooh, the 24 gets loose off turn 4. What really is happening here is the 89 is moving back and forth to let air into the front of that car. He does not. He wants to push as much as he can, but if he pushes too much for too long, he will blow that baby up. So he's coming down, coming back out to grab air to get into that car and keep it cool. I'm going to see if, let me see if I can't get an onboard. I'm going to see if it actually works. Nope. Doesn't tell me jack. Says his oil temperature 0, car temperature 0. That didn't do what I wanted. But typically it would show us what his temperature is. And you would see when he steps out like that, you would see it cool down. And when he gets behind that 24, it heats back up.
Yeah, really doing a great job of working with his teammate there. As you saw, Alan Bledsoe thought about it there in that 42 machine. And I believe these are all cars out of the Kenny Power Motorsports stable there. So they ran excellent here in this league of the High Octane Sim Series. And they're just showing out again, once again here tonight in the money race, Tim. And I believe we are paying the top 3 positions. So if they stay like they are, all the Kenny Power Motorsports drivers will get paid here tonight.
Shoot, they may go out and buy another driver. The way these guys are out here dominating.
Indeed, there's no eastbound and down for these guys here tonight, because they are eastbound and up here at Daytona. They are running an excellent race here. Oh, no!
Woo!
Man, really loose out of 4 there. And Tim, what I wanted to mention to you, as well as we're creeping up on lap 48 here, I don't want to put the commentator's curse on it just yet with 10 laps to go here in stage number 2, but we've had no on-track cautions so far in this race here tonight. That's how awesome all these drivers are here in this field. What an excellent job by Nick Offer to build in this field here tonight. All these drivers are racing their best races so far. We haven't had any on-track cautions as I'm watching a big move right there. Almost had one there as they were inches away from making contact, but that's one thing that's surprising so far here on lap 48.
You know, I'm never surprised that, a place like, oh, we got green flag pit stops. Oh, no. Who was that missed? Jeremy? No. Zach. Zach did not get slowed down in time. He's really going to be behind, but luckily he gets another caution there at lap 60 as these guys are coming down pit road.
And we'll throw it to our pit road reporter, Kenyon Jones. And Kenyon, right now on lap 49 with 10 laps to go here in stage number 2, what's the most important thing for these drivers to think about here on pit road?
Just trying to keep it clean. If you make a mistake onto pit road now, this time left to recover from those mistakes are starting to decrease. So you just need to get it in, keep it clean. Who knows, if you can keep it good and just get out of pit road clean, you might be able to jump it and do what the 24 and the 89 did last run.
Yeah, and what are the things right now as we've got 10 laps to go here in stage number 2? What are these drivers, should they be focused on tires, fuel, or should we be thinking about the last 60 laps here?
Obviously, you always have to think about the end, but right now, tires, we heard from the 24, is non-existent. You don't need to worry about tire wear, so I'm expecting less people will start taking tires. You can probably go the entire race on the same set of tires just because of how little tire wear is here. But now drivers are starting to think about the long run. I mean, they'll think about it and stuff, but now it's like, okay, who are my friends? Who I can go with? And 24 seems to be staying out still, but you got to just keep your friends. Sometimes best just to keep in line. If you see your friends wanting pit, go with them.
Yeah, Kenyon, as you're starting to see, the leaders are still out there. And I was going to ask you here, what's the advantage of staying out here a little bit longer than the field here with less than 9 laps to go here in stage 2? In your opinion, would you want to go ahead and head down pit road, or would you want to stay out a little bit longer? Oh, man, as you saw a car come out of pit road that just inched towards the leaders there. What would be your best strategy there?
Right now, you can make around 40 laps of fuel on the same tank, so I'm surprised that people are staying pit, but once someone starts pitting, then that's going to start a 40 in effect. Multiple people are going to start pitting. So track position I find is key, as you see the 24, 89 and the 42 all come down pit road. But I would want to stay out, but you want to also stay with as big of a group as people as you can.
Gotcha, and we appreciate that, Kenyon, as we're watching the leaders heading down pit road here. That was our pit road reporter, Kenyon Jones, there with his best strategies here, Tim. And with 8 laps to go, we're almost starting to see the same strategy that the 24 and 89 played out.
24 missed his pit box.
Yeah, the 24 missed his pit box here. Oh, man, this is going to shake up the end of stage number 2.
And to help you out, oh, we missed it again. Oh, man. That is not good.
That is devastating there for that 24 machine.
I want to help Kenya out. The reason why they're not doing 40 laps, they only have 65% fuel here tonight. So they don't get 100% gas fuel up every time they come in. It only goes up to 65. So that's why they're short pitting that less than 40 laps. As Batby is in second place right now. Lucas just came down pit road in that number 8. But as things cycle through, Batby's going to be your new leader. And where is that 24? I'm trying to see. He fell all the way back to 5th place.
Yeah, but he'll be all right in that 24 machine. Still a long way to go here, folks, as we got 7 laps to go here in stage number 2. And I do want to shout out Lucas Whitehead. He was the winner in our Thursday night series here at 10-4 Broadcasting, and he fought his way to that victory. Had to make a lot of maneuvers, used his strategy the best of his abilities, was able to pass Patrick Hernandez, who he's been dominating here in that series in the IRL, came home with a victory. So he's trying to carry that momentum into tonight's race as well. As you see him right now, he's ran a pretty good race, Tim. He's been in the mix there in that lead pack there, but may have waited just a little bit too long to get that pit stop out of the way here in stage number 2.
I'll tell you what, for a track like Daytona, He's running the right paint scheme, I'll tell you that. Running
Yes,
the
sir,
rookie bud
indeed.
scheme.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You can't really rock the number 8 without rocking some sort of junior throwback scheme. That's for sure.
Right now, Batby and Bledsoe have about a 5-second lead over Ben Mashburn. And pretty much since stage 1, Mashburn's been pretty quiet.
Oh
Pretty
yeah.
quiet and tame.
Well, he's had to work, Tim. I've kept an eye on him there in that pack. He's had to work. He's been in the middle of the pack. He's had to keep his car out front. He's kind of maneuvering around lines, trying the high side, trying the low side. He's trying to have to kind of go back into the inside when it gets a little bit too slow on that high side all by himself. So he's really now having to work there in that 45. When he lost that momentum there at the top, as you see now, that low side lane's coming with a lot of speed because he's all by himself there on that high side. But good on him of keeping that car in the mix, but he's having to work very hard to keep his car on the pace.
Yeah, and I mean, he only has to last about 4 more laps. Caution will be coming out, and he can get re-racked up and ready to go. As Bledsoe and Bappy have increased their lead to almost 7 seconds over third place.
Yeah, and the Red Dragon himself in that 42 of Alan Bledsoe. You see, Alan during that high octane sim series, kind of stumbled and bumbled around the regular season, but when it came time to playoffs, because we're talking about playoffs here, folks, the playoffs for Alan Bledsoe was the time to engage, if you will. He really came out strong in those playoff races and actually fought his way to finish second in the point standings right behind his teammate Matthew Badby. So the Red Dragon really showed out in that series, and you're seeing it here tonight, carrying that momentum here, and man, really rocking with his teammate there, Matthew Badby, in that 89.
And I want to give a quick plug for the High Octane Sim Series. These guys are going to be restarting up their next season. I believe in the next gen cars, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In about a week's time, on June the 24th, I do believe, about 2 weeks from now, they'll be starting back up there, Tim. And so they're going to get 1 week off, a 1 week off season here for these guys, and they're going to start back up on the 24th. And Tim, I don't know if you've gotten a chance to check out that season 3 schedule, but man, what a season that's going to be. The playoff races are going to be crazy as well with the season, the championship race at Phoenix. So these drivers are going to have, it's an awesome job what they do here in the High Octane Sim Series of mixing in road courses, short track races, speedway races, and it really puts you through the ringer here in iRacing. But once you win that championship, it's going to be such a good feeling there to conquer all those racetracks.
I was going over the schedule, and the LA Coliseum is preseason. The 24th. They take the week off for July 4th. Our first race in the regular season starts July 11th.
Right.
So I just wanted to put that out there for everybody that is interested. Go find these guys on Facebook. You won't regret it. We had great races all season long. We came in about, I want to say, halfway through their season. And we had great races every Friday night.
Yeah, and they were dominated by Matthew Badby in that 89. And folks, Matthew Badby came into the season as a rookie driver in the High Octane Sim Series and won 8 races, 6 pole, and won the regular season and overall points champion. So if you want to come into the High Octane Sim Series and try to knock off that 89 machine, as you're seeing it here tonight, Tim, here in the money race, he's definitely the guy to watch out for. As you see,
Also, I was just say also he was the winner of the All-Star race, so he had a bunch of wins under his belt this year. And you know what? After you talked to him during his championship talk last week, I felt devastated. Here I am, a guy who's been racing iRacing for 10 years, and I can't tell you a single season that I've won 8 races in a row. I actually checked my statistics earlier. Granted, it only tracks your statistics for official races. I've raced 211 races. I got 10 wins, 65 top 5s. This guy blows me out of the water.
Yeah, and talking about blowing you out of the water here, he's cruising around corner number 4 here. He's going to cross the start-finish line here. He's going to be the winner of stage number 2 here in the High Octane Sim Series money race. Man, what a run out of the 42 and 89 there. We saw that 24, who's still in the 5th position there, Tim. Get kind of tangled up there on pit road, but another excellent run out of the 89 there. And I believe we're going to step aside for just a second to hear from our wonderful partners here at 10-4 Broadcasting, and we'll be right back to speak with Matthew Badby himself.
We are back here halfway through, Will. I mean, they just flew by. And before we get too far into this, after that caution, want to give a huge shout out to Captain Jack's Smokehouse. We always talk about them every Friday night. We make ourselves hungry. Yeah, yeah. Which side is it? Over there. We get so hungry talking about them, and you know, if you're near Amelia Island, check them out. You will not regret that decision. I'm telling you, I can't even look at the food without getting hungry. And I'm probably 1,000 miles away from being able to get Captain Jack's.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's too far away. But also want to give a huge shout out to Dubby. They've been a season-long sponsor. Actually, I think they came on a little bit through halfway.
Yeah, a little bit later, yeah.
But hey, they've been a great sponsor for this series, great supporters of us and everything we do here at 10-4. Just really can't thank those guys enough for jumping on board and believing in us as well as believing in this league.
Yeah, and if you want an energy substitute instead of drinking expensive coffees or, you know, energy drinks that make you crash, definitely go check out Dubby. Use promo code HOSS at checkout. Get your discount on that. I believe they were just running a sale for that 3-pack just a little while ago. Give them a go. You can mix it in your water bottles and give you a go. But I know who's been drinking their Dubby energy here tonight, Tim, and that's Matthew Badby in that 89 machine. I believe we are joined by the season champion of the High Octane Sim Series right now in that 89. And Matthew, I mean, stage number 1 was yours. Stage number 2 is yours. How you feeling the rest of the go here, and what's your point of view here on this race so far?
Yeah, I feel pretty good coming into this race, and yeah, teamwork is definitely quite the way to go around here. So looking pretty good with this Napa Camaro Chevrolet, and hopefully we can get into victory lane.
Yeah, man, we were just talking about you just a little while ago. You had 8 wins on the season, I believe 5 or 6 poles. You had a 30-second winning advantage on the road course at the Roval. How can you carry that sort of season into a money race like this here tonight? And are the stakes a little bit higher now that money's on the line?
Oh yeah, stakes are definitely. Oh yeah, yeah. I want to go win. I want to get $100.
Right.
Put it towards iRacing and more stuff, and yeah.
It always feeds our addictions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I believe, Tim, you had a question for our stage 2 winner here.
You know, I just want to know, first off, does anything ever rattle your cage? Because I've never seen you be I don't think I've ever seen you get frustrated.
Well, a couple things do, but not much. I'm usually pretty calm and try to stay collected, because if you get a little worried, it, you know, rattles you a little bit.
Uh,
So yeah,
Kenya, did you have any questions for Matthew before we let him go?
Do you have any plans for strategy for this final 60 laps?
definitely pitting with your teammates is going to be crucial. So definitely going to pit with them and don't take tires and stay up front.
What's
Very
the
smart.
average? You ain't got to give me exact numbers because I don't want to blow your plan. What's the about the average number of laps you can go on a tank of fuel?
I think maybe a little over 25. I think.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I just want to double check that because that means this final segment, 60 laps, you may have to pit 3 times.
Yeah, yeah. Gonna have to pit quite a few times. And that's enough
Is
time
my
to make a
calculations right?
mistake.
1, 2. Oh, you have to pit twice. I'm sorry.
We're broadcasters. We're not mathematicians up here. That's for sure.
We don't got Larry Mack.
No, we don't.
That's right. That's right. The mad scientist. That's for sure. But Matthew, we saw you work with Riley Hoots there in the 24. He had a pit road problem where he missed the stall a couple times, but now you have the Red Dragon himself and Al Bledsoe up there. Do you feel like working with those guys are going to be the key to victory here? And before we let you go back racing here, anybody you wanted to shout out?
Yeah, definitely teamwork is gonna play a factor into this, and gotta thank all my family watching. It was my aunt's birthday this week, my Aunt Corey, so big shout out to her, and all my cousins and my family and everybody out there.
Awesome, Matthew. Well, we'll let you go back to racing here, and good luck the rest of the way, and hopefully we speak to you soon.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully we can meet in victory lane again.
Yes, sir. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
That was Matthew Badby, folks. Winner of stage number 2. I believe he picked up the stage number 1 victory as well, Tim. So definitely the guy to watch out for here. As we're seeing kind of a bold strategy there out of Mike Kaczynski. They're riding that inside apron before the restart. As you see, the pace lights are off of that pace car. We're about to go green, green, green once again here in the High Octane Sim Series Money Race.
I'll tell you what's happening. He's saving fuel. He's shutting the engine off, riding that low line, because that is going to use less fuel in the long run. So he's trying to find ways to save that fuel in the end.
Yeah, trying to make sure he gets to that point. But here we go. We're green, 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 green here in the High Octane Sim Series Money Race as Matthew Badby's going to lead them down into corner number 1.
Now, I don't think, if I was that inside, the rest of the people on that inside line behind that number 30, I don't know how I'd feel about that situation because kind of messed up everybody's restart for that because look how far ahead those leaders got just off of him not being right up there next to them ready to go.
As you see right now, Matthew Badby on the inside lane there holding off Alan Bledsoe on that 42. Riley Hoots is in that 24 right behind them as well. So the Kenny Power Motorsports stable has got their cars back out in the front as they're cruising around corner number 3 right here. See that high side's trying to build right there with Nick off in that 22, but they're a little ways away from this lead pack here on the inside. See Matthew Badby in the 89 is going to cross the start-finish line here on lap 65 here as a race winner, but you see Mike Kaczynski there on the outside. They're trying to push his way up there as well. I believe he's got a teammate there as well as Richmond trying to push him along. They've done well working together so far in tonight's race. And also you see Lucas Whitehead in the mix as well, Tim. So you really got about a 10 or 11 car mix-up right here, right behind the leaders.
And let me tell you now, it's not go time yet, but it's time to start feeling how your car's going to handle on these long runs because we got 60 laps to go.
Oh, no!
Ooh, we're going to cut the grass.
No, watch out!
Oh, Beppy!
Oh, no! And you saw a big push from the 42 of Alan Bledsoe on the back bumper of 89 of Matthew Badby sent him down into the grass. Matthew Badby was able to hold his car together, but you saw the 42 drift up into the track there, into the pack. You almost saw contact with him and other cars. The 89 was able to save his race car as well. But man, what a big shakeup as Matthew Badby goes down into the 4th position there from leading this race, and now he's going to have to work his way back up from that 2nd pack.
Man, that was so close. Let's see if we can't go back and take a look at what happened.
Wow. We'll rev up that 10-4 broadcasting replay for you here. Take a look at what happened there. So 42 with a lot of momentum there, Tim.
we're gonna ride on board. Actually, we're gonna do a little gearbox look back at the 42. See how bad this bump was. I mean, it just takes a little bit to get loose. Look at that huge run by the 30 on the outside lane. Here comes the push from 40. Oh!
Oh, man.
Man.
Just sent his teammate down into the grass. You saw the 42 have to check up, and the 24 had to check up right there as well to avoid his teammate. But you see how much momentum the 89 lost there. Had to drift all the way back into that second pack. But now you see they have reformed there on the outside lane there with Lucas Whitehead pushing him along, and he's right behind Alan Bledsoe on that 42. The only problem with that, Tim, is that they're on the high side now. They're trying to get back up into the lead. But now the lead is right now Mike Kaczynski right there in that 30 car with Jeremy Richmond right behind him. And Nick Offer, the admin here in the High Octane Sim Series, is in third. And they're trying to build up that tandem there on the inside lane there, just like Riley Hoots and Matthew Badby did throughout the first half of this race.
Man, and you know, kudos to everybody in the field for being able to check up, slow down, and not run into the back of other guys while that situation was happening. So, you know, great job by everybody out there right now. And I just realized Mashburn is like 14 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well, Tim. So maybe some problems there with that machine, that 45. You saw him really competing there for the lead in the first half of this race, but now has really drifted off the pace there. Is bringing up the rear of the field right now. So not good for Ben Mashburn there in that 45, and we'll have to maybe speak with him. As we have a caution on the track. We have a caution on the track here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see what happened there as we're keeping an eye on Ben Mashburn. We might have our first on-track caution here. And oh my goodness, a lot of cars involved. Riley Hoots in that 24 is on the infield grass right now. A few other cars as well, but we'll get that 10-4 broadcast and replay revved up for you to see what happened there, Tim. And that brings out our first on-track caution of the night.
Oh, sorry. I just saw what happened. This is, another case of, who were it called? Another case of the bad bumps.
Oh, no. Don't tell me that, Tim. We'll have to look at it here.
Make sure y'all aren't missing nothing. So give me 1 second. Coming off the corner, the 24 gets into the back of the 9 right here. You're going to see him shoot across right there. Just clips him straight down into Nick. Brings him back across the track. And this is where chaos ensues.
Bang, bang. The 24, Riley Hoots was caught up. Looks like the 1 as well. The 22 of Nick Offord was caught up into that as well, folks. They're slip sliding down on the infield grass. Man. See, with Riley Hoots, though.
We'll take another look.
With Riley Hoots being mixed up into that, it was because he missed his pit stall. That's what put him in that second pack there.
Yep.
You see Britton right there in that 1 machine gets caught up as well. Man. That brings out our first on-track caution of the night there, folks. And it took us to about lap 70 to get that first on-track caution.
And now everybody coming down pit road once again.
Taking a look here at these green flag pit stops. And Kenyon, with our first on-track caution of the night here, the drivers that were mixed up in that crash, as well as the drivers that are heading down pit road here, what are the most important things these drivers should be thinking about here down pit road? And how would you feel if you were tagged up into that here with less than, we're looking at around 50 laps to go?
Well, if it was before the most recent update, I'd be a lot more worried about potentially having a car which has lower horsepower than what it used to. But ever since the update, they've just been near indestructible on the engine. So some drivers may try to not take their fast repair and just try save it for later on, but they're not quite within the fuel window to make it on one more stop. That's the thing that I'm most looking at right now.
Yeah, with those 2 fast repairs, those cars that we just saw get tangled up into that, you could use that fast repair and sort of put your car right back in the mix.
Yes, but then if you do that, you're obviously not going to have that extra fast repair, which in a race like this can mean going away with nothing or going away with over $100 in your bank account. So which do you really want? I mean, it's a risk, but now's the time to take it if you can afford There's going to be most likely another couple of cautions, especially with things starting to heat up, as you would have seen.
Yeah, things are definitely going to start to heat up here, Kenyon. It's starting to get a little more hotter than it is probably in Australia right now. But with that tangle up there, we saw Riley Hoots in that 24 get tangled up there. Do you think it's because he may have missed his pit stall there that he was even involved in that mix?
Oh, for sure. Like exactly what I said. Just getting onto pit lane clean. But as you see, he messed up and he's gone back into the pack, into the danger zone, for say. That's where he's put himself out of vulnerability, and ultimately it can ultimately cost him the chance to win over $100.
Yeah, a lot on the line here, Kenyon, and I'm sure we're going to be speaking with you once again here pretty soon. As Tim mentioned, we're probably going to see maybe one or two more pit stops here towards the end. Appreciate that, Kenyon, there down on pit road. And again, thank you for joining us here tonight. And Tim, as you see, the pace lights are still on this race car here. I'm taking a look at the chat here. The fans that are watching here tonight are asking who they're thinking who's going to win there tonight. And we usually make race picks, Tim, but we tend to put the commentators' curse on drivers.
Yep.
But some of the drivers that I'd like to say it this way, that way I don't put any jinx on anybody. Some of the drivers I'm keeping an eye out for here in the last 50 laps or so, I picked three. I picked three to watch out for. I'm watching out for Alan Bledsoe on that 42. He's running really strong here the first half of the race. Did a great job working with his teammate there, pushing him along there from Kenny Power Motorsports. Finished second in the overall point standings. That's one driver to watch out for. Another driver to watch out for is Isaac Emerson in that 92. We saw him kind of drift back there in stage number 1. It's really come on strong here in stage number 2. He's really put himself in position here as you see the 42 head down pit road there. He's really worked his way up there. I'd say as far as the cars in that second pack, he's really held his own there. He's kind of did a great job there. And my third pick tonight, Tim, is going to be kind of a surprise of the folks here in the High Octane Sim Series. It's going to be Lucas Whitehead in that 8 car. I know we've kind of watched him throughout the race here. He's kind of kept his car inside the top 5, top 10. He's coming in with a lot of momentum from winning the VRL race on Thursday night. So he's definitely coming in with that momentum, that track experience. He did a great job last night of chasing down the leader. The leader in that race had a 14-second lead. So, and then we had 3 overtimes in that race. So definitely coming in with a lot of track experience. So those would be my 3 drivers to watch out for.
Well, guess I have to pick 3 of my own now. I'm going to go with, first off, a guy who's been up front a lot of the race. I'm going to go with Mike Kaczynski in that number 30. He has been solidly up front pretty much all this race. And he's been working well with some of those guys up front, especially the guy he's in front of right now, which was going to be my second pick, Brandon Fetterplace in that number 20 Bang. I love that paint job, first off. And then for my final pick, and we got to go way back in the field for this one. My final pick is going to be Ben Mashburn in that number 45, because he's been hanging out. He let everybody know that he's around in that first segment. Now he's kind of just hanging out. And I think he's going to be able to seal the deal. He's already been coming from the back to the front, so I believe he can do it again.
Yes, sir. As we see, the green flag is in the air. We are green, 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 green once again here in the High Octane Sim Series money race, as Mike Kaczynski is going to lead them down into corner number 1 with Fetterplace right behind him. We're on lap 74 here of 120.
And this is not how they want to start. When you get such a big lead over the rest of the group, they're going to be able to catch you faster and just fly by you like a train.
Yeah, Tim, and I think the folks at home would be a little surprised to hear that we didn't pick Riley Hoots or Matthew Badby, but those drivers are definitely the drivers to watch out for here tonight. That's who the chat seems to be picking so far between those 2 drivers, but I think it'd be a little obvious to pick Matthew Badby with 8 wins on the season, but right now those boys are going to have to work their way up into the field because they are 12th and 13th position right now, so a lot of work still left to do at a Kenny Power Motorsports cars right now, but we're seeing that outside lane there starting to build up with Isaac Emerson in that 92, but a lot of slicing and dicing going on right now as they head down into the corner.
And that's your boy, man. You chose that number 92. to be up here, and he's been kind of just hanging out. But now that it's the final segment, he's really turned up the heat and tried to get up here with that front package. You see the number 9 go to the outside around the number 8.
And Lucas Whitehead is a driver that is out of the VRL Racing League there on Thursday night. So really trying to show out for his league here tonight in the High Octane Sim Series. And that 8 machine got himself in prime position right there in third. Oh, man, as you see the 24 and the 89 are trying to work through the pack right now. But it's getting really slicey and dicey right there. But look at Ben Mashburn right behind them. If those 3 cars can tandem up there on the outside lane there, they're going to have a lot of momentum there to catch those leaders.
I told you, Mashburn is going to be able to get up there no problem. They've taken that outside lane and really powered through. The drop of the green flag was only 2 laps ago, and Mashburn started in dead last, already up to 8th position, and there's still plenty of time to go. The problem is, for Mashburn, is who's going to push him to that win.
Yeah, and you saw a huge gap right there between the 8 and the 47. What that allowed is that outside lane there to gain a lot of momentum. And now you're seeing that 47 now link back up with Lucas Whitehead and that 8, which is going to close that momentum there on the outside lane. As right now they're starting to see cars drift past them there. Riley Hoots is seeing car after car. As you see, Alan Bledsoe is now trying to drift down and try to throw a little bit of side draft block there to try to keep that line. Oh no! There goes Isaac Emerson out of the line there on the exit of 2. All
trying to save it. Trying to save it.
Down. Oh,
he's got it.
And he saves it. He saved it. Oh, watch out!
He got it.
Oh, he saved it at 92 there. What an excellent job of saving that race car, Tim.
And that's going to be no caution. Single car spins do not bring out caution.
Oh, there's the caution on the track there, Tim. Man, what a crazy run there. And what an excellent job from that 92 of saving that race car there as he was spinning out down the backstretch.
That was amazing. Coming off the corner.
Save out of that 92.
We're going to see. I'm going to get a really good view of this. Going to try to get the best one I can. Who is that behind him? Is that Singleton?
Nick Alford.
No, that's it's not. It's one behind him. Who's in the 98?
98, I believe, Tim. That is Richmond there in the 98.
Is that Richmond? Oh, correct. Okay. So we're going to watch from Richmond perspective coming off this corner. We're going to do a slow-mo here. Bring it down. Just gets into the back of him coming off the corner. And then Emerson has to go for immediate save mode. Almost had it there. Locks it up. Whips it around.
Oh, right there.
So
man,
close.
So close.
Well, actually, we're going to go back and ride along with Emerson on this. Here we go. Great wheel work, I do have to say. Yeah, fantastic job. Keeping that thing off the wall was his biggest thing, and he did exactly that. As everybody's going to come down pit road, let calculations per Larry McReynolds. Still got 40 laps to go. That's not going to be enough to get them to the end.
Yeah, and I actually just posted the question there on our YouTube page there. Will we see more green flag pit stops? So I'm curious to see what the fans think that are tuning in here tonight. Because this race, no pun intended, has been high octane from lap number 1 until now. We've only had, I think, 2 or 3 on-track cautions of the race so far here tonight, Tim. And 80 laps, fixed setups here at Daytona. You would expect to see a little bit more on-track cautions, but it just goes to show the field here tonight are some of the top drivers we've seen across all leagues. I mean, just looking at this field here tonight, we have some drivers out of the High Octane Sim Series. We have some drivers that are out of the VRL Series. We have a driver that is out of one of our modified series there in Edward Marshall. So I'll also see some drivers out of the Xfinity series here in the High Octane Sim series. So a great mix of drivers here. And I believe Mike Kaczynski there runs Sports Series cars as well. So a lot of racing, iRacing experience is coming into play here in tonight's race, and it's really showing.
Yeah, and I mean, we've got Ben Mashburn also in the field that is comes over from NSRA. You know, honestly, I want to shout out this entire field. I want to shout out all the guys that we know from the races that we broadcast for the different leagues. Really appreciate all you coming out here tonight and putting on a show for not only us, but the fans watching at home.
Oh, yeah, and there are a lot of fans watching at home as well. A lot of fans of a lot of different teams in the chat here, cheering on a lot of people. The last conversation I saw in the chat was about Matthew Badby's historic season. So, I mean, a lot of people watching here tonight, a lot of people cheering on their favorite drivers. And with only 40 laps to go here, Tim, I believe we're going to start seeing the most exciting parts of this race. Not that it hasn't been exciting, but as Kenyon just mentioned there while we were under that last pit stop run there, the heat's going to start to get a little bit more turned up here. You're going to start to see the drivers get a little bit more nervous.
Yep.
And with cash on the line here, Tim, it's going to start to creep in your mind like, okay, it's time to go. I've been nice here throughout the last 80 laps or so, but I want to put some cash in my pocket. You know, it cost me money to run in this thing. I want to walk out with some cash.
I'm going to tell you right now, Will, I don't think this is a story I've told you before, but my first ever cash race on racing on a computer was in 2004.
Woo!
Okay. At the time, EA Sports had a game out called NASCAR Sim Racing. Me and my best friend had joined a team called Animal House Racing. He had never league raced before. I had never league raced before. We took the white flag in 8th position. Everybody wrecked in front of us. I didn't let off the back bumper of him. We ended up making it in to the main event, and we won cash that night. I'll never forget that race. The commentators, I still have them in my head as how that went. I mean, it was wild.
We are green here once again in the High Octane Sim Series money race.
Woo!
As you see right now, Smith in that 47 is getting a little squirrely there on the inside lane there. He's got Feder Place, your race pick there on the outside as they head down into one. And Tim, with that conversation we just had, 2004, I was 11 years old. So that just goes to show how much you've been doing iRacing here. So as they lead down onto the backstretch here.
Whoa! Ben Mashburn's in the wall!
Big wreck on the backstretch. Oh my goodness, they get tangled up coming off of 2. It brings out our 5th caution of the night. I believe Ben Mashburn was caught up into that, Tim.
It looked like a ping pong ball situation. I'll be honest with you. We're going to have to go back and take a look, but I just, from the view that we had, that's what it looked like to me. We'll take a quick look back here. We'll get that replay racked up. I want to find a good.
Coming off of 2. It's been 2 and 4 here tonight, Tim. Those corners, the exit of those corners,
perfect.
It's seeming to just tie these drivers up. And we saw it again there. It happened there at the tail end of that pass.
Yeah, this was Mashburn had a huge run. I'm going to tell you that right now. I am. Oh, I'm trying. Where is the button I'm looking for? Here we go. Sorry.
Man, we'll rev up that 10-4 broadcast and replay for the folks at home as we're taking a look now.
All right, so right, Mashburn is at the tail end of this line on the outside lane. Okay, I'm gonna try to break this down for you. He gets a huge run right here. Look how fast he comes up on that 9. Comes down, tries to keep it in between the 2. Him and the 9 touch. Then the him and the 12 touch, then him and the 9 touch, then him and the 12 touch, and it just becomes a whole ping pong ball situation here down the backstretch.
Wow, and those 3 cars are just ramming into each other. But hey, that all good on the rest of the field to avoid that mess, Tim. But I believe that is the first victim of the danger zone lane, as I like to say there, folks.
You know what?
If you haven't tuned into a 10-4 broadcast or race before, Tim, that danger zone, I like to say, I think claimed its first victim.
I think I discovered something. Give me a second. I'm looking for the right. I think this is another case of, okay, right front suspension. I think this is another victim of netcode. We're going to slow it down here. Okay, so now he's coming up on the 9, goes to the inside of the 9, doesn't touch him, doing just fine. All of a sudden, boom, they never touched, but there's air there. It's that netcode that they never touched.
Well, I mean, he did swing over a lot there on that middle lane, whether it was netcode or not.
Oh, look at that tire.
You saw that air playing with that 45 because you saw him correct it the first time. Second time, the air sucked the car back towards that outside. So whether it was netcode kind of playing a trick on us there a little bit, but it did look like that the danger zone, as I like to say, claimed its first victim. And why I say that, folks, why I call it the danger zone, is because nothing ever good happens in the danger zone. When you're in that middle lane, I mean, you're in trouble. I mean, you're either going to lose a lot of space behind you if you don't have anybody working with you. You're either going to get sucked in from the inside or outside, as you saw what happened right there with Ben Mashburn. A lot of air was coming from that outside car. And Tim, if you get loose in that danger zone lane, there's nowhere for you to go. As you see right now, the 9, you get sucked right in there once again, and then there's nowhere for you to go if you get loose. You're either going to hit the car to the inside or the outside. In that case, he bounced off the 9 there instead of bouncing off the wall. And that's the case right there of the danger zone lane eating up its first victim here tonight.
You know, I just want to shout out iRacing in this situation. A new season came out, so we got new stuff today. And the way that wheel is moving and all messed up when he got in that wreck, I had not seen that before. So they're implementing new damage models all the time, and you see probably him driving this car, his wheel is probably vibrating so badly because that wheel is not turning correctly. So just this simulation's constantly adding to what the drivers feel all the time and making it better not week in and week out, but every update.
Yeah, Tim, as we're under our caution here, and I'll bring you in, Kenyon, for your opinion on that wreck. What did you see there? Did you think it was more netcode, or was it more just that middle lane just claiming a victim?
It's hard to say because it looked like as he came down, it may have been a bit too aggressive, and then that's just unloaded the rear, as we've seen constantly before this race, that just getting off turn 2 can just lead to the car getting loose. So could be that, but it also looked like it could have been a bit of netcode. But just need to feel bad for whoever was on the low side there. They had nothing to do with it and just was the unfortunate victim in it.
Right. I didn't even think about that, Kenyon, that, that bottom side driver really had nothing to do with it. But once they started pinballing off of one another, just really had nowhere to go on that low side. But, we're creeping up on the end of the race here as we see that pace car peel off here, folks. We're going to go green flag racing here once again as Federer Place is going to lead them across the start-finish line with Matthew Babby right behind him. And you got Smith in that 47 heading down into corner number 1.
And I've been waiting all race to say this. Another shout out. Where'd she go? I saw she posted in the chat. Brittany Morton again wants us to tell somebody that they're adopted, and Smith has fallen victim to her adoptions. She's adopted everybody out here.
Okay, we got a Phoenix Ash has actually put a good comment in there. Says the car drives differently, is less next gen snappy, but it's rough with the option to lose the power links now. So I think you can comment on that a little bit more there, Tim, of what exactly the power links is.
It's I want to make sure I say this correctly. I don't want to sound like a dummy. Because I know that NASCAR has been having an issue with, I think it's the power links that have been breaking.
You see right now, Federer Place has got the 89 right on that back bumper. He's now pushing him on the backstretch there. You got Smith in that 47 getting pushed by the 24 Riley. Who see Lucas Whitehead now trying to link up with that bottom side as they head down into 3. There, 1, 2, 3 there as Lucas is going to check up down into the corner. Now you see that 47 and Smith's going to lose a little bit of speed there. You saw Matthew Badby now trying to link up with Better Place as they head down into the front stretch.
Okay. So I'm not gonna lie. I thought I knew what the power. Oh, I thought he said power links. I'm sitting here trying to. You know what? I do apologize. It is Friday night. No, I have not been drinking, but I can't read very well. With Fetter Place now in the lead. Babby going to the outside. Lincoln back up with his boy.
Oh, watch out. The Fetter Place is going to watch out.
Big
That
bump.
eight's coming quick. He's coming quick there on the low side. Big push out of that one behind him. I believe that is Edward Marshall right there. And that one just gave Lucas Whitehead a big push there heading down the backstretch. And it's funny because Edward Marshall is used to running modifieds. We see him most in the modified series that we call. Now Lucas Whitehead, we call him in the VRL series. So these two unknown drivers to the High Octane Sim series are really trying to make themselves known here. Oh man, big squeeze out of the 89 of Matthew Badby on the corner there. Squeeze that back bumper right in front of Fetter Place there on the entry of the corner. Is now leading the race here down the backstretch.
Man, and
whoa, man!
Gosh,
Contact
things are
on the
heating up
backstretch.
big time. We still got over 30 laps to go here, and these guys are racing like it's the final lap.
Oh, it almost is, Tim. You want to get your car in contention there in the top 5, top 8, if you will. You don't want to be racing in this pack, as we've already seen the caution starting to rain like cloudy with a chance of meatballs here. They're starting to see now the guys are really trying to fight their way up into the top now. As you see, the 47 is going to come down in front of the 89 here as they head down into 1.
They're almost raining kind of like the money when Cardi B's on the pole. That's
Yes, sir. Trying to make those money moves here in the High Octane Sim Series money race. As you see right now, Riley Hoots in that 24 is getting a big push from the Red Dragon of Alan Bledsoe in the 42, trying to push their way around. You see Matthew Badby going to go to the middle. Fetter Place tries to make a block. It's not going to stay off there now.
Danger zone.
Fetter Place.
Oh!
Oh no, he's getting pushed. Watch out, Lucas there on the inside there. The
Man.
danger zone is trying to claim another victim here like Vecna in Stranger Things, but it's not going to happen here. Oh no, Fetter Place is going to push Lucas Whitehead into the infield. Oh no. No!
Oh,
Big
somebody's
contact
upside
between
down.
One of Edward Marshall. Oh man.
Lucas is upside down in that number 8. That's not good. He's going to have to get flipped
my
over, or he's going to get
gosh.
a toe. Oh my. Oh,
Wow.
Lucas had to toe.
Gosh, what a series of events there,
It's
Tim.
an unfortunate series of events.
Oh, you can say that again. We'll have to rev up that 10-4 broadcasting replay to just replay those events there.
Man.
'Cause, man.
Okay,
Gosh, what a
this is a
tough
lot.
break for Lucas Whitehead.
Man, Lucas just comes. He gets shoved down in that grass and just comes through. We're going to back this up. It begins
Whoa.
in the center of turns 2 and 3. Or I'm sorry, 3 and 4. With Lucas and the 47. Hold on, we're going to stop it right here.
And it's funny though, Tim. It's not funny because both those drivers are gonna have a rough go here. But I just mentioned Lucas Whitehead and Edward Marshall, and those are the two drivers that got the worst of this wreck here.
Okay, so we're gonna ride on board with Lucas in this situation, and we're gonna go with full real time speed here. You see the 47 and 20 start bouncing off each other here. All the 47 got. Oh, okay, I see what happened now.
No. And he's going to push him down into the infield here. The 47 can
He
never
gets
gain
slammed
control
right
of
here.
the car.
Yeah, right here.
And he shoves him down into the infield here, the 47. And Lucas has nowhere to go but back up onto the track. Oh, my
gosh.
goodness. And collects Edward Marshall on that one. Man, what a series of events here, folks.
Kind of want to see that. All right, so they're gone. We're on board with Lucas right now. Coming to the oh!
That's Edward
Wow.
Marshall there, Tim. Yeah, he was just minding his own business there, trying to avoid the wreckage on the infield.
It happened so
And just-
fast.
And Lucas Whitehead comes flying out of the side point of view there and just wrecks him right into the wall.
Oh gosh.
Man,
Did
there's
Maddox
really
make or
nothing
did
you
Michael
can do.
Kaczynski make it through that?
I think he may have taken just a little bit of damage there. We'll have to take a little bit more of a wide view to see if he does get scraped. Right here, as you see, the 47 never really gained control of that car. He's in the danger zone lane once again. As I just talked about, the danger zone lane, nothing good happens there. You see that 30 right there.
Oh
Yeah. Oh yeah, he gets collected as well. He's
Yeah.
definitely got front end
The
damage
front
in that
end.
race car. Oh yeah.
man, I'm trying to see. This is one of the wildest wrecks I have seen on iRacing.
But you see that 47 just really shoved that 8 of Lucas Whitehead down in the almost runs him down in the infield there, Tim. And Lucas tries
wanna
his
watch this
best
wheel.
to save that thing.
Okay, so he's steady right now. He's drifting, touch, trying to get off of him. Oh
Oh
man,
man.
that
You
8.
see Lucas just fly up the track. Oh man.
What? Oh man. Wow.
And you see the 47 of Smith now down pit road here, folks, and that's really gonna shake up things here. And I feel so bad for Edward Marshall and Lucas Whitehead, because I was just talking about the race that they were running here tonight. They're drivers from other leagues that we call here in 10-4 broadcasting, and they were running really strong here tonight, Tim, before that unfortunate event happened there. But if I could just mention, though, that danger zone claimed another victim in the 47. You see what happens when you get in that middle lane. I mean, it doesn't matter how skillful of a driver you are, you have to stay on that wheel the best you can. And it's so sketchy, to use a skateboarding term there,
Yep.
because you really don't know what's on your outside, what's on your inside, and you're just trying to control your car. And in that case, he bounced, almost like Ludacris there. And when he came down, he shoved that that 8 car down in the infield, and Lucas came down in the infield with so much momentum, there was really nothing he could do but slide back up the track.
And before we go back green, I do want to bring up, I got a definition for the Polinks. So rather than a solid axle, it's a split axle that holds all of the tires on the car, and it's the issue that a lot of the next-gen cars face in real life races as well. And that's what I thought. I don't know why I called it plow links. Please excuse my...
It's like a snowplow.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking that. But yeah, that's... The issue is these axles are not made as a whole axle straight across as we are used to. A ludicrous reference. That's great. Yeah, that was good.
But here we go, folks. The pace lights are off of the pace car. We got the who's who of this race so far here, leading them to the start-finish line here. We got Alan Bledsoe, got Riley Hoots, Nick Offord, Matthew Badby, Isaac Emerson, Jeremy Richmond up there. Feder places in 7th. Got Reedus up there in 8th, Britton in 9th, Ben Mashburn in 10th. But here we go. We're green once again here in the high-octane Sim Series money race, as Riley Hoots going to lead them down into corner number 1.
And these guys get a great start in that inside lane. All three able to clear that outside lane, as right now Hoots is going to be your leader with Bledsoe in 2nd, Batby in 3rd. I have to say, I have problems saying Bledsoe, because whenever I say Bledsoe, all I think about is the New England Patriots. And that was before Tom Brady, for all of you that don't know.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him getting knocked out in that one,
we would have never had Brady.
We wouldn't have seen the dominance of Tom Brady, but now we're starting to see that 42 of Bledsoe live up to the legacy of that last name, if you will, there in that Red Dragon 42 machine. Has ran top 5 majority of the race here tonight, folks. But we are closing in on the last bit of this race here, and that 42 machine has been a great teammate so far here, almost like Dennis Rodman or Scottie Pippen. But you know that he wants to win a championship on his own. He wants to win the money here tonight. He doesn't want to help Jordan win another championship and Riley Hoots or Matthew Badby. He wants to shine as well in that 42. You know, he finished second in the overall point standings here in the High Octane Sim Series. I think he knows that money's on the line here tonight, and 175 sounds a lot better than $60, if I do say so myself.
And just for future reference, I have to say that Pippen and Rodman complain too much about Michael Jordan. They should be thankful for those championships.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, although Alan Bledsoe might be thankful for money in his pocket for coming home in second here tonight, I believe.
He wants that W.
He wants that W, as he now has his Kenny Power Motorsports buddies on either side of him, first and third between Riley Hoots and Matthew Badby. Starting to see the outside lane start to stack up just a little bit there, but now Nick Offord in that 22 there is trying to put his name into the mix here. He wants to keep all the money to himself here in the High Octane Sim Series. He is the admin. He is the boss here in the High Octane Sim Series. So if you guys are interested in joining up this series for season number 3, definitely speak with him after this race here about how to get signed up for that season here coming up, as Riley Hoot's going to lead them to the line here with less than 24 laps to go.
Man, 24 laps to go in the 24 car. That's something we like to see around here.
Yes, sir. As you are a huge fan of Jeff Gordon, he usually brings out the Jeff Gordon paint schemes here in that 24 machine. As you see, Alan Bledsoe is right behind him as well. Matthew Badby is in that third position. They're really slicing and dicing here down the backstretch here. Oh! The 42 got Riley Hoots really loose there on the backstretch. The 89 of Matthew Badby's right there as well, trying to push them down into corner number 3 here. They're starting to separate from that pack just a little bit there. Nick Offer is going to have to find him a teammate there in the 4th position to try to keep that momentum going. As you see that coming off of 4 there, they get a little bit loose here as Riley Hoot's going to lead them to the line here with less than 23 laps to go.
And looking at the leaderboard, notable Kaczynski's back in 12th place, 8.5 seconds behind. That damage really hurt him here at Daytona tonight. It may have ended his possibility of taking home the cold hard cash. But up front here, Hoot still leads. Bledsoe in second, Badby in third. And then you got Nick Alford in 4th, Richmond in 5th. Well, he just swapped it for one of the guys, the 40 or the 9 of Britain, just took over that 5th place from Fetter Place.
As you see right now, Riley Hoots is leading the way here. We have, I believe, the team of Extreme Performance Motorsports is a little upset about what happened between the 47, but it was just an unfortunate victim of that accident that happened between the 47 and the 8. The 8 really had nowhere to go in that incident, but you still got a fast repair in the mix there. We still got 22 laps to go here, folks. Riley Hoots is still leading the way here, but you see things are getting a little bit more slicing and dicing here, almost like a sushi chef at the bar, slicing up that sushi. We're starting to go here on turn number 3. Around turn number 4 right here, Steve Fetterplace is trying to get back up into the mix as well, pushing Britain up there on the top side. Really trying to get up there to those leaders, Tim, but right now crossing the line here with less than 21 laps to go. It looks like it's going to be the Kenny Power Motorsports here as they head down into 1, but now I'm seeing Lucas Whitehead after that unfortunate incident on the infield must have used his fast repair because he's got that 8 car back in the mix.
And that's something we got to think about. Green flag pit stops still have to happen at least one more time here tonight. Oh, 89 goes for a big block to the outside.
Big move out of the 89, killed the momentum of Lucas Whitehead on the outside of that 8, but a clean block out of the 89. What awesome iRacing skill right there to know exactly when to time that block, and it worked out perfectly because it forced Lucas Whitehead now to drift back down into the inside. As you see right now, they're still controlling that lead pack there.
They're controlling it for now, but I'm telling you what. Looking below that. Oh, Badby's going to have to get out from behind the 42.
Oh. With that's going to leave Riley Hoots all by
Oh, they all checked up.
Right there as they check up. They checked up. And Riley Hoots checked up to get his draft partner back there as they're exiting 2, heading towards the backstretch right now. Riley Hoots is still your race leader there at the top of that inside lane there with Alan Bledsoe in that 42 and Matthew Badby 1, 2, 3 right there. Lucas Whitehead's trying to get around the 89, but the 89's doing all he can to be the best teammate possible here. Trying to throw those blocks, trying to make those moves.
Pit stops, baby.
Green flag pit stops are starting to take place here on lap 20. We'll jump down to our pit road reporter, Kenyon Jones, who's on pit road right now. And Kenyon, with less than 20 laps to go, what are these drivers going to be looking out for the most here as they head down pit road?
As much as you didn't want to make mistakes earlier, now you definitely don't want to. The 24, if he were to make another mistake on pit road, he will shuffle out away from the lead. And I mean, you saw earlier what can happen and how quickly it can change. So right now, just getting a clean stop and don't need to take tires. Just even if you short fuel, the pit window has been open for 6 laps. I've been keeping a close eye on it, but just keeping it clean and just getting out and just hoping nothing else happens. Even if someone around you has a mistake, as long as you don't make a mistake, you should be fine.
With these drivers that are up in the lead, Kenyon, do you think it's just going to be fuel only, almost like a splash and go here with us and 18 laps to go, or do you think any of these drivers are going to take any kind of gamble with tires just to get some freshies on this thing?
Thinking about what the 24 and the 89 have said, who are both up in first and second with their teammate directly behind them, they're not going to take tires, just fuel.
Just fuel only. Alrighty, Kenyon, we'll keep in touch with you here towards the end. We got less than 18 laps to go here in the High Octane Sim Series money race, and with $175 on the line here, Tim, you know, you can be the best teammate you can be here for Kenny Power Motorsports, but man, $175 in your pocket sounds real nice for the winner.
Listen, that is something that is so difficult to deal with, because I'll tell you, me pushing my best friend in our first ever money race, you know how hard it was for me to just accept taking second place. But you know, at the time I'm like, you know what, he wins, I win, because we're both in first and second place. We get into the main event and we're gonna win that cash. So you know, if I'm these guys, listen, I feel like I would be, if my teammate is leading right now at the end of this race, I would be content with him winning. I would want to battle for it, but if there's a line on that outside lane, I'm pushing my teammate to that win.
We're not seeing the leaders head down pit road just yet here, folks, and as you see Riley, who's going to cross this line here with less than 15 laps to go, 16 laps, excuse me, and Tim, it almost sounds like you had that Ricky Bobby, Cal Naughton conversation where Cal Naughton said to Ricky Bobby, you know, sometimes I want to win too. You know, winning's kind of nice. It sounds like you may have had that conversation with Ricky Bobby there and an Old Spice jacket there back in the day. We're starting to see that here right now. And Matthew Badby is almost wanting to be more of a great teammate here to the rest of the Kenny Power Motorsports team. But you see now we're starting to see these laps starting to tick by, you know, whether or not these guys want to start making moves on one another because they have started to separate themselves here from the rest of the field.
And they still have got to come down pit road, which I thought was going to happen this time but not yet. These guys, just as Kenya said, they've got to hit their marks when they come down pit road. 24 made a mistake last stage. He cannot make that same mistake again here when he comes down pit road.
No, not at all. You really got to be clean and precise with that pit stop, and I believe they might be heading down pit road on this lap right now, Tim, and if they do so, it's going to be quite the finish here to close out the money race here in the High Octane Sim Series, because I believe with the reshuffle that's going to take place, it's probably going to leave us with about 6 or 7 laps here to end this thing, and man, what a finish we're going to see here if they head down pit road. Doesn't look like they're going to head down just yet. They're probably going to give it another lap or two. So that's going to close that window now to about 4 or 5 laps. With the
they're
reshuffle.
concerned with caution flags because they go down pit road. What happens if there's a caution? You're going to have to come back down again.
Right.
So I believe they're playing it smart. They're doing the right thing.
But with that bold strategy, I know it paid off for the Average Joe's Dodgeball team, but is it going to pay off for the Kenny Power Motorsports team here? You know, because indeed bold strategies do pay off, but if you stay out too long, Tim, you're going to kind of eliminate yourself from contention here at the end of the race. As you see, they're heading down pit road here. They're thinking about it. As you see, the 89 pulls off. May have gotten on the radio to let the rest of his teammates know he was heading down. As you see, the leaders are now down pit road here, folks. Green flag pit stops with 14 laps to go.
Now, these guys can't make any mistakes at all. 89 is in his pit box, down and away.
Oh, the 42 missed his pit box, Tim. I saw him have to reverse there.
The 42 of Alan
42.
Bledsoe.
The 42 of Alan Bledsoe missed his pit stop. He had to reverse just a little bit. It's going to cost him a little bit of time.
Oh, when he runs into the
He
wall!
wrecks on pit road. Oh, no. The 42 has wrecked on pit road, ladies and gentlemen. He smacks the pit road wall there as he's trying to exit there, spinning his tires. Oh, man, that's going to be some
We're
damage
going
to
to
the
go
front end of the
back,
machine.
and we're going to watch him come down pit road. This was a lot of mistakes. Oh, it's so unfortunate. He was having such a good run. That also hurts that team.
Wow. And that 42 has been running an excellent race here throughout. And you see he misses his pit stop by just a little bit here. Has to reverse. Gets that thing. Okay, now he's starting to sweat a little bit. And he's like, okay, now I've already missed my pit stop. You know, okay, see the 89 pulls off. He sees his teammate leave. He tries to get on the gas, and look at that. Just gets on it way too much and smacks that pit road wall.
All right, back up front. Oh, caution.
We do have a caution, Tim.
I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Man.
What is the caution for?
I believe it may have been Alan Bledsoe hitting that wall there, Tim, if I'm not mistaken.
That shouldn't have been, because that's off the racetrack racing service or racing surface situation. I mean maybe, but I don't know. I'll be honest, I kind of like that call.
You see right here, but with other cars on pit road there, Tim, I think it may have infringed the rest of the cars there down pit road. But man, what a lucky caution there for those drivers. But it looked like we got the last row of pit stops out of the way there, Tim. And with 12 laps to go, we are going to step aside for just a minute and hear from those wonderful partners here at 10-4 Broadcasting. And we'll be right back to close out the High Octane Sim Series Money Race. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in the High Octane Sim Series Money Race. And again, we want to thank those wonderful partners here at 10-4 Broadcasting, including AdminBoxx. AdminBoxx builds an HID race control admin device that's fully customizable for your admin and race control needs. And Tim, we invite everybody to go check them out at adminboxx.com. That's 2 X's on the bottom. Use promo code 10-4-box. That's 2 X's on that promo code as well. Go jump over their Discord page or Facebook. Ask all the questions you might need. I believe in the race meeting here, Tim, Nick Offord said that he had purchased one. He loves it so far. And you see him racing here tonight as well as being race control. So that's how easy it is, folks. It's USB plug and play. You can run your iRacing in pit mode or driving mode. You're ready to rock and roll. And also a special shout out to Heatwave Designs. They are some of the best design makers out there. They are awesome to work with. They created our logos here at 10-4 Broadcasting, made vector files, high-resolution logos, and got them done in less than 2 days. So if you need a fully customizable paint job for any car across any series, we invite you to go check them out at Heatwave Designs. But Can't forget about the wonderful sponsors here at High Octane Sim Series, Tim, the guys that have been with us the entire way, and that's Captain Jack Smokehouse as well as W Energy there. Captain Jack
My bad.
Smokehouse brings. No, it's okay. Man, look at that wonderful plate of food there, Tim. We cannot find barbecue like that down here in Florida anywhere. Maybe I'm just not going to
Can't
the right
find it in
spot.
Indiana either.
But that's all the barbecue food you can imagine: pulled pork, sausage, ribs. You got baked chicken there. I mean, mashed potatoes. Making me hungry. I've already eaten dinner, but that's making me hungry again. Maybe a midnight snack here at 10-4
Listen.
Broadcasting. But
Here's what
that
needs
is
to
an
happen,
awesome
Will.
plate of food.
You see that bread. You see the pulled pork behind it. You slap that baby into a sandwich and put some tangy and sweet sauce on it.
You know it, Tim.
Boom!
But I know what can keep you up here the rest of the race, the rest of the go here. And if you're looking for an energy drink substitute, we invite you to go check out W Energy at WDUBBY.GG. Use promo code HOSS at checkout if you're trying to get away from those overpriced coffees, those energy drinks that run your heart rate up, make you jittery, make you shaky. Go check out W Energy. You can mix it in your favorite water bottle, your favorite tumbler. You can take it on the go. Go check them out and use promo code HOSS at checkout. And I believe last time we checked, they had that 3-pack that was on sale on their website. Again, that's WDUBBY.GG. We invite you to go check them out right meow. As we see the pace lights are off of the pace car, we're going to go green flag racing here with less than 10 laps to go. It looks like it's going to be Jeremy Richmond's going to lead them to the start finish line with Matthew Badby on the outside. And we are green once again here in the High Octane Sim Series money race.
Man, and Badby's going to come down to that inside lane. And look who's up there. Ben Mashburn, third place right now. Was in that wreck on the backstretch, able to bring that car back up there. 9 laps to go here at Daytona. Somebody is coming home with some extra money tonight.
Yes, sir. As you see,
3 somebodies.
Yeah, he's trying to stack up that outside lane there as Matthew Badby is going to lead them down into corner number 3. He's got Jeremy Richmond right there behind him. Nick Offord in that 22 is in the 3rd position. Good Mashburn's trying to work that outside lane there, trying to make some moves there. As you see, he's trying to use that side draft off of Nick Offord as they're coming around to the front stretch here. So Matthew Badby in that 89 leading the way here. You see a big run out of Ben Mashburn coming off of 4 there. Now side by side here at the finish line. Oh no, and you see Reedus with a big slide. Oh no, and he collects Isaac Emerson in the 92. Who hits the inside wall. Oh my goodness. Cue up the meat wagon because the 92 of Isaac Emerson just smacks the inside pit wall there, and that's all but going to end his race here, folks.
He said meat wagon.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy, that was a good one. I'm getting delusional. I'm tired.
Wham! Right into that pit wall.
Who was that?
I believe that was
12.
Yeah,
of Zach.
You see
Comes
him
down and just we're lucky it was only one car.
Yeah, the rest of the field did a great job of avoiding that 92 as you saw him come from the top side all the way down the track there.
And he doesn't have a clue. Look at this. Smack.
Oh man. That's not the way you want to end your night here. A driver who raced really competitive the last 2 races, the High Octane Sim Series, raced an excellent season in their Xfinity Series that they were running, finished 2nd in the point standings. I believe he only lost that by a couple of points there at the end. I am really curious to see how he does when they form both leagues together to run a full season next year in the High Octane Sim Series. But man, you don't want your money race to end like that, Tim. As you see, Isaac Emerson is down pit road here. I believe he may have already used his fast repair, so you'll see him down pit road for quite a while here, folks. And right now, we have quite a mix of drivers that are in the mix right there, and I'm curious to see who the chat's going to be able, or who the chat thinks is going to win this race here tonight, because a lot of the drivers that we picked have kind of eliminated themselves here, Tim. I see Ben Mashburn's up there as well. Matthew Badby's in the lead. You know, he's fought his way back up there. But a few of the drivers I've picked, you know, EC Feder place up there as well in the 6th position. But it's really going to be almost a race of endurance here to close this out here. Because once that green flag drops here, Tim, you're going to have maybe around 4 or 5 laps to go. So you're really going to have to get on the gas pedal on this restart.
I'm looking at a couple of things here. Looks like Zach. I'm looking at fuel windows. Well, we're approaching lap 120, and some of these guys went in around lap 100, lap 99. So fuel windows are going to be very close here, and we may see some guys run out of gas here if we go into overtime.
Yeah, if it's anything like our Thursday night call that we had in the VRL series, Tim, I'm not ashamed to say that we only had 6 drivers in that field, but we had 3 overtimes in that race. So with only a 6-driver field and have 3 overtimes, tonight we have 14 or 13 drivers that are still racing here tonight. I can only imagine if this thing starts getting into overtimes, these drivers are not going to want to give up on winning that $175 here tonight.
And a quick update from the chat. Unfortunately, Isaac Emerson, his car was so damaged, he had to tow it back to the pits, which is about a 5.5 minute ride on the tow truck. Yeah. It's unfortunate. It looks like that's going to end his night here tonight for the money race. One of your picks, and man, it's unfortunate.
But I can't wait to see what he does in Season 3 here in the High Octane Sim Series. You know, they're going to form both the Xfinity and Cup Series together next year. So, really, he ran really strong here in that 92. He's getting a lot of praise in the chat from his save earlier when he went down the infield on the backstretch there and really saved that thing, or the backstretch, kind of the apron area, and saved the thing down there. So he's getting a lot of praise about his driving skill and driving ability in that instance, and that was just unfortunate to see his night end like that.
Yeah, but, like you said, this is good practice for him leading into that Season 3 situation. And then, the Coliseum will be a great practice as well. And this will all get him prepared and ready to go for that July 11th race day here at High Octane Sim Series. And I just real quick before we go back green, I was looking at what you were talking about, the schedule.
Yeah.
Man, we're going to Daytona, New Hampshire, Rockingham. That's going to be a great race. Texas, the Charlotte Roval, Homestead, Nashville Super Speedway, Martinsville, Kansas, Richmond, Talladega, Sonoma, Kentucky, Dover, and like you said, ending at Phoenix. And I do want to note that they're having 2 special events. Their Daytona event, the season opener, is going to be a patriotic night. So these guys can bring out their most patriotic cars to show them off and show their pride in America. I'm sorry. You know what? That says July 1st. I can't read. It's not July 11th. It looked like a 1 next to it, but it was a dash, like one of those side things. I am so sorry. Right. It's July 1st is the launch for the regular season, not the 11th, the 1st. Show up on the 11th, and you're going to be late. And then Richmond is their throwback night. So great season ahead for High Octane.
Yes, sir, but we're going to get a great start ahead right here as the green flag is in the air. It's green, 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 green here with 4 laps to go. As Matthew Gabby in the 89 is going to lead them down to corner number 1. Big restart out of the 89 there has cleared the way so far, but a big momentum out of the outside lane. They're heading down to corner number 1.
Oh, man. Look at the push the big Mashburn's giving him. And the 24's giving Mashburn.
Oh, no. He's really trying to dig that front bumper into the 89 here as they head down into the backstretch. Matthew Bagby's trying to hold on to that lead. You see the 24 just swing to the outside to give Nick Hoffman a push there on the outside. Right now, Jeremy Richmond's your race leader as they head down into turn number 3. There's
the 42 gets into the 20!
Oh, no! Oh, my gosh! Makes contact with the 20th.
Oh!
Watch out! Oh, no! Oh, man.
Bledsoe, totally. I understand what he was doing. He had to make that move. Man. Wow. Look, just touches the 20, knocks him around. Oh, hard hit for that 42. Oh, 2 hard hits. Definitely broke that right front suspension. Oh, yeah, look at that, baby.
Wow. Wow, and that makes the danger zone undefeated there. 3-0 here tonight in the money race as you saw Alan Bledsoe try to go into that danger zone lane there It's almost like the upside down world in Stranger Things. You know, you ran into Vecna there right in that middle lane there and just got sucked up there. And just, there's nothing good that's going to happen in that lane there, boys. You try to fight it. You see, okay, I see a hole there in the middle. I'm going to go for it. And once you get in that middle lane, it's almost like, uh-oh, I don't want to be here anymore. And it's at that point, it's too late.
Man. And I don't know if he has any more fast repairs after running into the wall head-on pit road. And everybody's saying F toe links. You know, this is the first night these guys really get to try this car out with the new iRacing rolled out new physics, new damage model somewhat to these cars. Because I don't know if you've done a ARCA broadcast yet, Will. The damage model on those ARCA cars is second to none in my opinion. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. I think we may have done one last weekend, so right before the new update. So I may have missed the new update, but definitely this weekend in the Powerhouse Racing League, we'll get to see that new damage in the ARCA cars. And I believe that broadcast is going to be led by either me and you and Patrick Morrison, or I believe Mitchell Adams is taking the night off there on Saturday night as well. So we'll be up in the booth for that race on Saturday night, which is going to kick off around, I believe they kick off around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in that series there in the Powerhouse Racing League. And they only have 2 races left in that series, Tim.
Yeah, and that series is, wrapping things up. Caleb McCarthy over there, able to pull off a win a couple weeks ago, and I haven't looked at the points, but I imagine the points value is really good. Actually, I think I can take a look really quick here for that Powerhouse Racing point standings. Charles Evans is leading the way by about 60 points over Jeffrey Ramsdale. Caleb McCarthy
really
sitting in fourth with 3 wins.
Yeah, we ran Bristol last week, and he really ran pretty strong there as well. So it's really going to be his race to win, or his championship to win, there in the Powerhouse Racing League. So keep an eye on that, folks. That series kicks off at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as we're under caution here, we got 3 laps to go. So throw up those 3s. Rest in peace to Dale Earnhardt here in the High Octane Sim Series. But we want to invite everybody who's tuned in here tonight. If you've been liking what you have seen, go check us out on Facebook at 10-4 Broadcasting on there. Go check us out on YouTube as well at 10-4 Broadcast. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, like, notification bell to make sure that every time we go live, you are notified. We bring you iRacing action every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights here. And I believe coming up in July, Tim, we're going to be live on Monday nights bringing you IndyCar action as well.
And also, go ahead and drop this mega bomb. We're going to be probably running double headers Wednesday nights, running with a new series in their Xfinity cars on Wednesday night, as well as the Super Speedway series with NSRA. So listen, you love racing, you love what we do here. I promise you, every single day you come here at around 8 o'clock, you're going to find some racing.
Yes, sir. We're like 7-Eleven. We're always open here at 10-4 Broadcasting, because with that announcement there, Tim, coming in July, we'll be live 7 days a week with 2 double headers. We'll have a double header on Wednesdays and Fridays. So we are always open here, sort of like 7-Eleven at 10-4 Broadcasting. So if you're loving what you are seeing here from us, we invite you to check us out. If you love iRacing, or if you want any more information about these leagues that we broadcast here, definitely go check us out. We'll make sure to get you linked up with those leagues. But here we go. The pace car is off. We are about to start this thing off once again here, folks. We're going to have 3 laps to go here as Jeremy Richmond and Nick Alford's going to lead them to the line here at the start-finish line. We'll see who's going to lead them down into the corner here. Looks like Jeremy Richmond's going to inch out just to front. On this restart here, you got Nick Alford on the inside. Is going to lead them down into the corner number 1 here with Matthew Babby right there with his buddy Riley Hoots on the top side right next to him. You see them racing down in the corner number 2.
You know, I'm really surprised here that Hoots does not get down in behind Batsby and just push him along, because him pushing this outside lane is ultimately probably going to hurt them. Ben Mashburn looking to the inside. Oh, man. Oh, and there they go around.
Contact behind the leaders. Oh, no.
Another big one.
Oh, my goodness. That's the 1 car. The 9. That's the Edward Marshall.
I think the
believe the
12
9
was
car.
involved.
Yeah. Wow, man. Like I said, Tim, they don't want to end this race just yet. Everybody wants to win some cash here in the High Octane Sim Series money race. Man.
See if we can't see what happened here.
Look here.
This is we're looking at Edward Marshall. Oh, the 12 just comes straight down into the one. Hold on. I think maybe he got some
Watch
help.
out, Lucas. Oh, and Lucas is going to get claimed in that as well. He's going to take some side damage.
You know what? The way he turned, I feel like he got help.
You see here, he might have just...
Oh, yep. Got bumped. Oh,
got bumped from behind from Lucas Whitehead in the 8, but Lucas did not make it out of there unscathed as he took a T-bone right into that side panel. So he'll have some damage from this incident as well. Man, what an ending to this money race here tonight, folks. We cannot get this thing closed out just yet. Man, we have from starting this race off until about lap 80 or 90 with only 2 or 3 cautions on the racetrack, Tim. We just hit our 10th caution of the race so far.
Yeah, and majority of them come after stage 3. And while we're under caution, I'm going to ask Kenya. Wait. Is that... Did I say the right name?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, my brain stopped working for about 2 seconds. All right. And I had to bring myself back to what I was doing. This is now officially, a lot of these guys could be looking at some fuel problems. Do you see that being an issue here in the closing stages?
Well, some people who just try to gain those extra couple attempts on pit road, I can see may have a bit of fuel issues, but I wouldn't see it as a major factor just yet. If we get another green white checkered, possibly, but when we went green, it was 2 to go before we went to overtime, so I'd say we're not gonna quite see fuel issues just yet.
Okay. Right now, we are on lap 123. So we're already 3 laps over our scheduled go. And before we go back green here, we may do another 2 laps under caution.
And Kenyon, as we close this thing out here, man, I was going to ask you, as we're starting to see the thing is getting a little bit more heated, a little bit more heavy here, who do you think is going to be the one that's going to climb to the top of the hill here and win this race out?
Well, ultimately, I don't think that the person who starts the final green flag period is going to win. Something's going to happen. Either they're going to get spun or there's going to be a run on the outside. But looking at the standings right now, so far I've had my eyes on the 89 and 24 since really the end of stage 1. 42 could have been there, but after having his string of misfortunes, but so far I'm looking at the 24 and the 89.
Yeah, and as you joined us for your first broadcast here at 10-4 Broadcasting, couldn't be more happier to welcome you on board here. What's your thoughts so far here of the High Octane Sim Series and this action so far here tonight?
The racing's been fantastic. Hearing Daytona and Next Gen, I was like, oh, especially with the new damage model, but surprisingly, the racing has been far better than I ever would have expected. It wasn't until stage 3 that we started getting all the cautions, but that was when people would start to push, so you would see this kind of as a more realistic implication of a real-life race, so good work to all the drivers out on track.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Kenyon, and with 3 laps to go here, it's going to be the closing stages here, Tim. We see the pace lights are off of the pace car. See if we can't close this thing out. As you just mentioned, we are 3 laps over the scheduled 120. Man, everybody wants to win this race here tonight, and we're seeing it here And in this pack of drivers that are in this top pack, I love the comment from Kenyon there that he doesn't believe who takes the screen flag is going to be the winner. And I have to believe him there, Tim.
Yep.
I believe it's anybody's race.
Yep, and I agree with that. You know, I think we're going to take that white flag, and I guarantee you it's going to be a guy either in 3rd, 4th, or 5th that's going to bring home that cold hard cash in first place.
Oh, yeah, and it's going to be nothing sweeter than burning that thing down there on the front stretch at Daytona with $175 in your pocket. But here we go, folks. We're going to go green, 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 green once again here in the High Octane Sim Series Money Race as Jeremy Richmond's going to lead them across the start-finish line down into corner number 1.
And coming down through the trial, out of the trial, go, Bappy, getting a little loose there, getting in front of that number 30 of Mike Kaczynski. But now that 24 is going to come on strong in that inside lane. Oh, but they're bumper to bumper.
Oh.
He's getting a huge push from Ben Mashburn. Ben Mashburn is the kind of driver that will push you to the lead. And there it is. He goes to the outside. Oh, Mashburn. We've lost the leader. Okay. Well, and then Mashburn had to check up. Everything's good. We're good. Going through turns 3 and 4.
And I am standing up here in the booth. It's getting crazy up here at 10-4 Broadcasting. Riley Hoot's going to take them across turn number 4 to the start-finish line here. He's got Ben Mashburn right behind him. And that Heat Wave Designs white flag is in the air, folks. We are racing here to the finish. It gets loose right there going into 1. You see Riley
3 wide.
3 wide going down into corner number 1. This is crazy.
Ben Mashburn is the leader. Going to the outside. Oh, and there goes the
contact. Oh, no, contact.
big wreck.
Oh,
Back up
huge
front,
wreck.
Mashburn.
They were racing, still racing down the backstretch here. No caution flag is in the air. Ben Mashburn and Riley Hoots, Matthew Badby are racing down into corner number 3.
Man.
They're trying to make a move on Ben Mashburn right into 3 right here. They're going to go low.
Oh, he didn't block him.
Number 4. He's going to get past him here on corner number 4. Matthew Badby in the 89 is going to touch Ben Mashburn. Riley Hoot's going to lead them to the line right here. He's going to be the winner here at Daytona with Matthew Badby. Ben Mashburn at the line. Riley Hoots is the winner of the High Octane Sim Series Money Race here. Wow, what a finish.
Man, Mashburn almost pulled that off, and the rest of the field limping to the finish line here as we see all these drivers. Look at Isaac trying to get another position. Gains 2 across the start-finish line, coming home in 8th.
Wow.
That's funny.
What an end to that race.
Man.
Wow, I am literally standing up here in the booth. I was jumping up and down to end that thing. Man.
Oh, man.
What a finish.
And you were holding your microphone. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh,
Man. Okay, so let's go back. We're going to go back to the white flag. Okay, we're going to go back to the white flag because a lot happened in that white flag.
Wow.
And we're going to see if we watch back here around around Nick. We'll do a slow-mo right here. Look, they're going 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. Batby down low. He starts bouncing. He hits that yellow line, comes up, gets into, I want to say that's the 98.
Oh.
Then 98 just comes up, gets into the 22, and it was havoc from there. Comes down, gets into the 30 of Mike Kaczynski, comes back up the track into the rest of these guys, and really just collects the rest of the field. That's Jeremy. We're gonna go back. We'll ride on board with Jeremy because he really looks like he got the brunt of this situation here. Right in the cockpit here. Just things get so tight right here.
Oh gosh,
Man.
you see the 89 right there. 89 was lucky to avoid that contact right there outside of you.
Oh geez, look at his stuff is broken. He can't even turn the car.
Oh my god! Good job by avoiding the crashed cars there. Even though his car was damaged, kept this thing out there.
Man, and he came home in 5th place after all that.
And then there was contact between Ben Mashburn and the 89 and Matthew Badby to the start-finish line.
Right here, and that actually helped Mashburn beat him to the line.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Ben Mashburn came home second, Matthew Badby in third. Wow.
Man,
What a finish here in the high octane sim series money race. We couldn't ask for more, Tim. We call us Mystic Mac up here in the booth because we predict these things.
yep.
We saw that coming there at the end. We knew there was going to be calamity. We knew there was going to be destruction there at the end. Man, but we couldn't have guessed that. Wow, what a finish.
Where is? Oh, I was looking for. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up
Wow.
Matthew Batby for us, and I'll let you take it away, Will.
We are joined by the regular season champ, the overall champ. He had 8 wins on the season, 6 poles. Matthew Badby, the guy, the one and only, the driver of the 89 machine. And in tonight's money race here in the High Octane Sim Series, we were on our feet. We were jumping up and down for that finish. Take us through your point of view of tonight's action and coming home third's not where you want to be for the race that you ran here tonight, but how do you feel there your race went?
I think it went incredible. I really do. I mean, coming to the white flag, I was disappointed that I couldn't have fought for the win there. I mean, I was close, but I so close yet so far. But I settled in and pushed Riley to it, and I'm so excited to see Riley win. Riley deserved this all season. All season he deserved this, and to come here and go win $100, he deserved it. The whole thing. I mean, he deserves this, and I can't even. I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, speaking like a great teammate there, we almost compared you to like Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen there, and you were Michael Jordan of the Bulls there, and you really gave your teammates an opportunity to shine here tonight. Take us through, as the race is over now, take us through the strategy of Kenny Power Motorsports coming into this race here, and we saw it here tonight that teamwork does indeed make the dream work.
Yeah, definitely working together worked incredibly. So yeah, coming into the night, we wanted to go win, and we certainly did that. So we worked together. Yeah, we were crisp on pit stops tonight. I mean, we had a couple hiccups, but other than that, we did what we needed to do and went out and got a 1-3 finish. And I wish Alan was there too. It really stinks, but that he had so much damage there. So really stinks for him.
Yeah, we saw that 42 get tangled up down pit road, and then we saw him get tangled up again after starting off in that kind of the back pack there, Matthew. But with that finish here tonight, you come home third. It's not really where we saw you at during the race, but take us through your thoughts on the action here tonight. We saw a great mix of different drivers. We saw high octane sim series drivers. We saw drivers from other leagues. We saw drivers that race other classes of cars. What did you think about tonight's field here tonight? And did you start feeling that pressure starting to mount as the laps were counting down?
Oh yeah. I mean, my heart rate had to be over 100. So I was definitely stressed out. This is the most stressful race I've ever been in, I think. On the line for money, and
Yeah,
so yeah, you gotta
been
really
there.
put your foot down.
Yeah, and with only, I'd say, closing down the laps there with 10 laps to go, we had to restart about 3 or 4 times. Did you feel like you still had a shot at winning this thing with all those restarts? And on that last lap there, with all that action that was happening behind you, did you even know that was happening behind you? Or did you just stick your line and keep going to the start finish line?
Yeah, I looked in the mirror and I saw a lot of cars scattering, but I kept my foot down and tried to go help my teammate and succeeded in that. And uh, yeah, this action tonight has been incredible. I mean, I really hope it continues on into next season.
Yeah, we as well, and we can't wait for season 3 of the High Octane Sim Series as we're speaking with Matthew Badby here. Comes home P3 here tonight, and we saw you and Ben Mashburn doing a little Tokyo drift in there towards the at the end of the start finish line. Did you know that he was going to try to make contact with you, or did you like that finish there? Put more a little excitement into the action there.
Yeah, I really tried everything there, so it was definitely exciting. So I'll give it I'll give it that one.
Well, Matthew, you know the drill from running here in the High Octane Sim Series with your 8 wins on the season. We usually talk to you as the winner, but you're coming home P3 here tonight. You're gonna get paid. I believe Tim, he's gonna get paid around 30 or 40 bucks there for coming home in third. So not all is lost there with a podium finish, but with that podium finish, we do love to give you drivers an opportunity to shout out any sponsors you had on that side of that race car and anybody you might have had watching at home.
My mom, my dad, my cousins, my brother, my grandparents probably watching, and my aunts and uncles. Especially Riley. Riley deserved this, and good birthday present for his mom too. So glad to see that could happen. So all my family and you guys for broadcasting this, and all KPM.
Yes, sir. He can say, "Mama, we made it. We made it now, Mama. Winning that 175 here tonight. I'm gonna go take her out somewhere real nice with that 175." And what an awesome teammate, Matthew, you've been for Kenny Power Motorsports. You know, even though you've had a historic season, you always make a good job by shouting out all your teammates and Alan Bledsoe in that 42, Riley Hoots in that 24, and all of the cars in that Kenny Power Motorsports stable. And we appreciate you taking the time here tonight. And I know you're going to celebrate with your teammate here once you get off of here, once he gets out of victory lane. And have a great rest of your night. We can't wait to see you at season 3 of the High Octane Sim Series.
Yeah, you too. I'll be very excited to go see you all in Victory Lane plenty more times, hopefully.
Yes.
It's great. I love the confidence.
And yeah, you have to have confidence going into next season.
That's it. Yes, sir. Yeah, like I said, this is the Michael Jordan of the High Octane Sim Series.
Yes.
So he might
The
be
Jimmy
modest
Johnson.
at times, but right, exactly. The Jimmy Johnson. That's right. Alrighty. Well, we appreciate it, Matthew. You have a great rest of your night, and congratulations on the third place finish.
Yeah, thank you guys. See y'all later.
Yes, sir. That was Matthew Badby there, Tim,
Oh.
and man, you know, we thought the 89, he won the first 2 stages of the race here tonight, but as you heard from that interview, folks, he is one heck of a teammate there. He really looks out for his teammates, and we saw it here tonight, Tim. He did a great job of keeping that 42 out in the lead. He made some awesome blocks on that high side to make sure that his teammates stayed out there, and at the end there, really gave Riley a push that he needed to clear Ben Mashburn, and with that kind of held Ben Mashburn at bay, so Ben couldn't get a run at Riley there at the end.
Yeah, and I mean, he's lucky he made it as far as he did and even came close to having a chance after coming out of turn 2 the way he did. He made contact with the 98. No harm, no foul. Everybody was racing hard there at the end, but they touched, and it could have been really bad for that 89 of Matthew Babby, but he ended up making it through.
Yes, indeed. He comes home third here tonight.
It looks like we have Mashburn down there, but we can't drag him anywhere. So let's jump down there.
Alrighty.
And now we're here with Ben Mashburn. Ben, it's been a while since I've interviewed you, buddy. I think maybe the last time I interviewed you, you were taking home the checkered flag. But coming home tonight, P2, man, your race was front to back to front. I mean, it was all over the place.
Yeah, it was. Started from the back. I didn't qualify. I usually don't qualify.
Started from the
Super
bottom,
Speed
now
race.
yeah. Sorry, you opened it.
No, you're fine. I usually don't qualify, dude. I enjoy racing from the back all the way to the front, and it usually doesn't take me very long. It's just something that I enjoy doing. And then I usually do that, and then I usually kind of slide to the back. That's kind of how I played it tonight. I raced to the front, yeah, I had fun for a little bit, and then I slid to the back, and then I let everybody else kind of race it out there, and it seemed to work out.
Yeah, it really did work out. You made some you're the only person I have confidence in making some of the moves that you make, like forcing these people to go 3 wide. Some people just can't handle that when they make that move, but you make it stick. It happens every time. Sometimes netcode gets in the way. Personally, I believe what happened on the backstretch was the stupid netcode got in the way.
I
Um,
believe that as well. I watched it I seen it on the broadcast, and
yeah,
like you were saying yourself, man, you see me do it enough. Like I did it
yeah.
at the second to the front at the beginning of the race, kind of shove it where the other people wouldn't. You've watched me at super speedways enough. These are my favorite racetracks, Talladega, Daytona. I just enjoy them. There's a lot of people that just don't enjoy them.
Listen,
I
I'm
love
right
them.
there with you.
I absolutely love them. I love starting from the back, and I love racing to the front, so it's fun for me.
I-
Um,
If I could create a series with just Daytona, Talladega 24/7, I would do it.
Probably do it too, man. Like I enjoy it that much, and I really enjoy next gen cars. Between this and late models are my favorite cars to drive on the iRacing. So it's a lot
Wow,
of fun, man. It's a lot of fun.
that's a
There's
different attitude than I hear from other people. A lot of people don't like the next gen. What makes you like the next gen compared to say Gen 6?
I think it's like real life, man. I mean, we're kind of seeing it just like it carries over in real life. I know it's not spot on replication, and I don't
Right.
have data yet, but I think it separates the drivers from the imposters per se. I think you're seeing a lot of people. You got to drive these things, man.
Yep.
If you send it too hard, you're gonna lose it. If you don't send it enough, you're not gonna be fast enough. It's that simple. Um, I've seen to pick up the learning curve rather quick. It's fun. I enjoy it. You get great runs at super speedways. I think you've seen that tonight from
Yep.
everybody. You get massive runs at super speedways. I think they could work on them a little bit more, but I think give them a whole season of real life racing, and they'll get it more fine tuned, I guess you could say.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your second place run. Uh, Actually, you want to take me through like the white flag. I mean, you were there. You were having to slice and dice between Hoots and Batby. Just kind of, was there a point where you thought, I got this or I don't got this?
Uh, Man, honestly, like the whole race, I will say, like I knew I'd be there at the end because like I'm super speedways. Like is it like obviously we talked about earlier. Um, I kind of figured I'd be there just because I enjoy super speedways and I kind of know where the places are. But my thing is I was out by myself. I didn't have no teammates out there. Chris is
Yep.
probably he wasn't out there tonight, wasn't able to make the race, so I was really just out there by myself. Michael K, number 30, kind of linked up with him a little bit. He want to give a big shout out to him. I know he kind of kept me in some places at some times. But there at the end, man, I knew it was going to be split up Riley and Matthew. Kind of trying to stay in the middle. It worked a little bit. I just couldn't get a big enough run. And then Matthew, obviously there it was. I think that's just Daytona, that type of finish. I mean, if you don't get that type of finish at Daytona, then you're not racing. And then
Yeah.
you throw money into the mix, and I mean, it's fun, man. I enjoyed it, and no harm, no foul there. That's just Daytona, and like I said, I think give me a teammate. Yeah, man, I think I'd be sitting here doing one
Listen,
interview after this one.
if I wasn't up here, I would have been out there pushing you. I'm telling you that right now.
God, I know for a fact, and that's the thing at super speed mazes, man. You got to have somebody there to help you out, and if you don't, you're kind of just fighting for your life, and that's kind of what it was there at the end. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. So big shout out to Matthew. Big shout out to Riley. Congrats to Riley on the win. He had a heck of a race. I know he had a sketchy pit stop, but he came back from that and I got the W, and that's a great job by him.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Max Graphics Racing, always. Chris Darling, he paints pretty much every car I drive. And then you guys did a heck of a job. We kind of have a history together. So you guys have broadcast plenty of races I've been in. So you guys always do a heck of a job. And I usually tonight, like another thing, it's funny, my sound went out probably at like lap 70. So
Oh
I didn't have
no.
sound from like lap 70 to the end.
Woo!
So I had no sound. I had no nothing. I had my butt kicker. That's it.
That's weird.
That's it. I had no sound on my butt kicker. So I had your broadcast playing. So you guys were the broadcast entire race. I had no sound and I had the broadcast going. So you guys did a heck of a job.
That's funny.
Yeah, man, it was fun to listen to, and it is. So it made up for not having any actual race car noises. I had no spotter, no engine noise.
Man, that's difficult. I'll tell you right now, I've had that happen once during a Daytona 500 run, and I didn't know what was happening.
I know what happened. I screwed myself up. I went to plug in my phone charger into my
Oh,
computer, and as I plugged it in, like my wheel, we were under yellow. My wheel went wonky as soon as I plugged my phone in, and I went spinning down pit road, and then my sound went out, and then from that point on, I had no sound. So it was all right. I had the broadcast going. You guys did a heck of a
that's
job,
great.
man. It was
Well, on behalf of myself and Will, we really appreciate that. We love doing this stuff, and like we said during broadcast, we're about to be doing this thing 24/7, baby. So,
I heard that 7 days a week, doubling up
man,
on Wednesday. So good
woo!
job to you guys. That only means you guys are doing that good of a job that people want to book you 7 nights a week, 2 times on one night. So that only speaks
Appreciate
to how
that.
well you guys do. So yeah, man, no problem, man.
Are you running the HOSS season 3?
Yeah, man, I'm signed up, registered, ready to
All
go,
right.
man. So I'll be there.
On behalf of myself, I'm gonna speak for myself here. I don't know about Will, but I'm gonna request that throwback night. You got to run a Gordon Pate scheme.
Probably. I don't know if I think I'm number 4 because I think Riley's
Oh,
number
oh,
24.
fine. You
And I
got to
think
run a
that's the time.
Kodak car.
That's fine. I'll figure out something. I know Chris is super creative. We'll
Yeah,
figure out
yeah.
something.
I better see a bright yellow Kodak number 4 out there.
That's right, man. It was good talking to you guys, man. Get Riley in here.
All right, man. Congratulations again, and we'll see you next time. Where's Riley? There he is. I'll pull him down. Or do you want to go back up to the booth and pull him up? Yeah.
Alrighty, folks, we're back up here in the booth. We had to head down to pit road to talk with Ben Mashburn, who finished second here tonight, to the driver we are about to introduce you to here, and that is the number 24 car out of Kenny Power Motorsports. He raced one heck of a season in the High Octane Sim Series, was always a great teammate, almost like the Pippin to the Jordan or the Gordon to the Johnson in NASCAR. The one and only, the champion of the High Octane Sim Series money race, Mr. Riley Hoots.
What's going on, guys?
Man, you are the champion here tonight. You're taking home $175 of cold hard cash. Take us through your race here tonight, and what do you think was the key to you winning this race here tonight?
This race was incredible, start to finish. The aggression, the way that these cars race on this racetrack was so much fun. Just being able to get hooked up with a guy and being able to push all the way around the racetrack was insane. Incredible work tonight between myself, Matthew, and Alan. We all worked together really well tonight and led a good chunk of this race. I felt like we figured out this package pretty good early on, and then it was all about just being in the right position at the end. I knew I was going to have a shot restarting on the front row there. And once I got the 89 behind me, I felt so confident going into 3.
Yeah, we saw you working with your teammates throughout tonight's race. You and Matthew Badby, we saw Alan Bledsoe in the 42 get up there as well. You and the 89, though, really linked up through the majority of that race, whether it was you leading the race, whether it was Matthew Badby. You saw Matthew win the first 2 stages. We asked Matthew about that coming into this race here, and you guys almost had a strategy to get up there and work together. With that plan almost it came to fruition here tonight, you guys finishing first and third. Could have gone any better for Kenny Power Motorsports here tonight?
I'll say yeah. I know Alan sort of had an issue there at the end, which was pretty unfortunate. He pitted with a meatball flag, and he respected the meatball. He pitted, but he forgot to check his fast repair and ended up getting stuck in pit road for 8.5 minutes. So he wasn't able to be up there and race with us at the end. So that was kind of unfortunate. But he was still happy we were able to pull it off for him. So just super stoked about it. After all the close calls in season 2, the second place finishes, it just feels great to come out on top and to get some cash to go along with it. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's always a good thing when you get some cold hard cash in the mix there. And we noticed there on that restart of the last 10 laps or so there, we had to restart about 3 or 4 times. I asked Matthew this question about ask you the same question as well. Did you start to feel the pressure start to mount a little bit more there as you guys kept having to restart, get going again? And did you know that all that action was taking place behind you there on that last lap?
Yeah, for sure. Within the last 10 laps, with all those yellows, we would get going, and I would actually be more relaxed under the green flag, and I was able to focus. And then we'd keep getting those quick yellows, and it was not very good for my mental state. I kept mulling over everything in my head, trying to make sure I had the right moves mapped out. I probably would have been a lot better off mental wise if it had just stayed green. Uh, I actually was tracking my heart rate at the end of the race there, and my heart rate spiked to 140 before the last
Woo!
restart. So I was feeling the pressure. I'd say with each caution that we got in the last 10 laps, each caution it got more and more intense. I mean, you
yeah, I
you
don't.
could feel it. That was unlike any other pressure I felt in a race.
Yeah, I can tell you, man, I can't speak for the boys up here in the booth, but I was definitely standing up. I was jumping up and down there towards the end. I actually had my mic in my hand. I mean, I was almost as action packed as you guys were in the race because I could feel the pressure and what was on the line for you guys here tonight. So I definitely felt it up here in the, I'm still sweating from the end, that's for sure.
Yeah, me too.
But I'll throw it to my co-host here because I believe they have a couple questions for you as well.
For sure.
Man, I just how nervous were you? Like, I think about being in your position, the last lap, leading and then not leading. You're behind Ben Mashburn. You got your teammate behind you. I don't know about you, but in my mind, I'd be questioning: is my teammate going to help me, or is he going to try to take this money too? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it crossed my mind once, probably right after the 45 got around me. But then it looked like Matthew was pretty committed to the bottom. We were talking a little bit, and then once we took the white flag, we got pretty quiet because we sort of have, a mutual respect for the white flag means, all bets are off. You run your own race. But I think he realized pretty quick that his best chance to win the race was getting behind me and pushing me past the 45 and taking that momentum to the front. I wish he could have gotten past to get P2 there, but I was just happy to see that he was still behind me, because if it ended up just being me versus the 45, I would not have been nearly as confident not having the push behind. So
right.
Matthew made an incredible save in 1 and 2
Yeah.
when they crashed.
Well, again, congratulations. You able to pull it off. And if, just it's a sign of things to come for this season 3 here at HOSS, and I can't wait. I really can't wait for the season to start.
I am so stoked about it. I think it's going to be incredible with the new car. It's going to be a completely clean slate. I
Mm-hmm.
think you're going to see some new faces running well up front. I think it's going to be really good. And this has me feeling very optimistic for my own chances this season. So y'all are in for a treat. And if anyone out there is watching and has iRacing and hasn't joined this league yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, because
Amen.
this is what it's all about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I would just like to comment on that too. I mean, every week, week in and week out, even this money race here tonight, we're averaging, it's not the largest field, but we're averaging at least 13 to 14 drivers per race. So definitely the most across most of the leagues that we call here, and the consistency of you guys coming week in and week out. A lot of you guys don't miss races. I know during the season, the only races that a few guys missed were actually family emergencies, losses in families and things like that. But you guys make an effort to show up week in and week out here. So big shout out to you guys as well.
Yeah, for sure. We're committed to this league. We know that it has great potential to keep growing and getting bigger and better. And, we're 100% behind Nick and the guys that put this on for us each and every week. So, you know, we're gonna keep pushing, keep plucking away at it, and we're gonna have us a huge field here before too long.
Yep.
Yes, sir. We cannot wait for season 3 here, Riley. But tonight, you are the champion of the High Octane Sim Series money race. You take home $175 of money, 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 money. And
Easy for
with
money
that,
race.
of that win here tonight, you do get that opportunity to shout out any sponsors you had on that race car or anybody that you had watching at home.
Well, first and foremost, I got to give a shout out to Matthew for giving me that push on the last lap. That was incredible. That's what sealed the deal. I've got a ton of family watching tonight. I think this is the most family I've had watching in one night uh, since you guys ended up taking over the broadcast. It's incredible. Both my parents are watching, my siblings are watching, so shouts out to them. Watching in the living room just on the other side of the house, I heard them start yelling and cheering about 30 seconds after I took the checker, so that was pretty cool.
That's
And then
awesome.
I've got my Aunt Lauren watching tonight. She watches every week. My grandfather and Gwen watching tonight, and then my Uncle Shane and my nanny tuned in for the first time tonight. So that was extremely special to win with all these people who support me watching. And shouts out to James. I know he's not here tonight, but this car for season 3 looked incredible under the lights, and even better doing donuts on the front stretch.
I think everybody you just listed was everybody that was watching the stream. I think that I counted all of them as you listed them. That was all of our viewership.
Nice. Would not surprise me. Big family.
Oh goodness, you definitely had some fans, that's for sure, and I think they're cheering you on, paid dividends, because again, you are the champion here tonight. I think even Matthew Badby was psyched that you won here tonight, and he talked about how you fought through the whole season. You had a little bit of a rough go during the playoffs, and really kind of didn't have a contention there at the end for the championship, but. What a way to cap off the season, or this, I almost call this the Pro Bowl of the High Octane Sim series.
Oh,
What a
absolutely.
way to, yeah, what a way to cap it off. You're going to have another race here in about 2 weeks, which is going to be a preseason race at the Coliseum. And then season 3 of the High Octane Sim series is going to start July the 1st. But what a way to carry on into the next season by winning, like you just mentioned, probably the best race we've seen all year, with such an influx of different drivers from different leagues, from different series. I mean, we had modified drivers, we had sports series drivers, Xfinity drivers. I mean, the who's who showed up for the money race here tonight, but the overall champion, the guy who is the last man standing, is you, Mr. Riley Hoots, and huge congratulations on that.
Thank you so much, and I also got to shout you guys out too. Thank you for coming on for another season with us. I am such a huge fan of the product that you guys put out and the light that you portray this league in. It's absolutely incredible, and I love going back and watching the replays each week after the race. So thank you guys for everything you do for us here. We greatly appreciate it.
We appreciate that a lot. Really
Yeah.
do.
It couldn't be possible without the excellent driving that you guys put on here in the High
Facts.
Octane Sim series, and we actually noticed it throughout. We didn't have an on-track caution until almost lap 80 or 90, so it just
It's
goes to show
incredible.
how clean you guys run and how competitive and how skillful you guys are here in the High Octane Sim series. And we couldn't be more excited to be joining you guys in season 3, because we have a blast calling your races. As I said, I was up, standing up, jumping up and down. I had the mic in my hand, so you guys really
Awesome.
give it your all every week, and we couldn't be more excited to join you guys in season 3. But again, a huge congratulations from everybody up here in the booth. You take home the money here tonight. You are the champion of the money race. And I believe Matthew Badby is going to celebrate with you down in Victory Lane. So we'll let you go celebrate with your teammates over at Kenny Power Motorsports. And again, thank you for taking the time, and thank you for putting on a show here tonight and taking home that money, 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 money.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. We'll see y'all in a couple of weeks out in LA.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't spend that money too fast. You might need it down that way.
It's going into savings, don't worry.
That's right. Alrighty, Riley. Well, big congratulations. You have a great rest of your night. We can't wait to see you on the 24th.
All right, thanks guys. See you.
Yes, sir. And that was Riley Hoots there, ladies and gentlemen. And Tim, what a race it was here tonight. Man, we couldn't ask for any more. As I just mentioned, we went lap 1 to 80 without any on-track cautions. But then
Yep.
once the boys started to figure out like the money's on the line, the pressure's starting to build a little bit, it's time to go. And with that, we had about 10 cautions here tonight. But what I thought stood out the most here between all the drivers here in tonight's field, whether you were official teammates or unofficial teammates, it was really teamwork that really made these drivers successful here tonight. You know, we spoke to Ben Mashburn
Yep.
with him and Mike Kay pushing him along, Matthew Badby pushing along his teammates there at Kenny Power Motorsports. I think we kind of saw that even past the leaders, past the top 5, we saw a lot of tandem racing. We saw a lot of pushing and a lot of guys trying to work their way up there, but working with a lot of other people. So I think that's the thing that stood out the most to me here tonight.
Yeah, and you know, teamwork, as you said, but just the amount of respect. If there's no respect on the track, you're gonna have a mess. But tonight, you had some new guys come in that hadn't raced with these guys before, and you had some guys still getting used to each other, like Isaac and Ben Mashburn, with these regular Cup guys. And really, this was a new car for them because technically they were running the Gen 6. So this was like, to me, this was like a prelude to what we're going to see for next season. And I am beyond excited for it because there's so much respect on the track. These guys went out there, and like you said, the fact that we made it to about lap 80 before we had an on-track caution, that's amazing.
Yeah, it definitely was amazing. But what was most amazing about this race here tonight is that I don't think anybody had any idea who was going to win this thing at the end. Everybody had their race picks, who they were cheering on or who they were hoping for was going to win. But even on that last restart, there was no clear indication that Riley Hoots was going to win this race here tonight. And even so, his teammate Matthew Badby, he was blocking his butt off there in the second position. We really saw that all race, whether it was the final lap or lap 10. Matthew Badby in that 89 was just blocking guys on the outside, doing whatever he could, sliding that back bumper in front of guys on the inside lane. Even on that last lap, he sacrificed the second place position to make sure Ben Mashburn didn't have a run on Riley there at the end. But man, that's the thing that's crazy about this race here tonight, and mixed with the competitiveness, the skillfulness of these drivers, you throw in a little bit of cash on top of that, and this is what you get, ladies and gentlemen. You get one heck of a race out of the High Octane Sim Series.
Yep, and they delivered, didn't disappoint, and you know, I just I want to thank you for joining me up in the booth. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to our first time pit reporter, Kenya. Just thanks for coming on board, man. You did a fantastic job.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. It was a really good race to watch, and I hope that the viewers did enjoy it. And if they do want to see it more, why not follow you on Twitter or on Facebook at 10-4 broadcast, and why not subscribe to the YouTube channel? Best way you can keep up to date.
Perfect.
Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
Thank you. And huge shout out to you because what is it like? Shoot, I mean, like I think it's about lunchtime at this point.
1:04 p.m.
Hey, what time is it here? It's 11. It's 11 o'clock at night.
He's halfway through his day already on Saturday, so it's so wild that Kenyon is able to join us up in the booth here tonight.
We actually got it in the chat. I want to put it up there for Riley. He said a huge shout out to my amazing girlfriend who I just found out was watching too. So
shout out to
him.
Shout out to Riley.
Or her.
I'm
sorry.
And,
Jeez.
and if Riley Hoots' girlfriend just found out he won $175, now I think he's gonna have to take her out.
Yeah. That's some Dave and Buster's money right there.
Yes, sir. Maybe we can upgrade from McDonald's to the Olive Garden.
All you can eat breadsticks.
But in all seriousness, though, Riley did come home the champion here tonight in the High Octane Sim Series. But Tim, all of this action couldn't be possible without the wonderful sponsors here in the High Octane Sim Series, as well as our new partners here at 10-4 Broadcasting. And we'll run through the list quick, fast, and in a hurry. I mean, Captain Jack's Smokehouse providing the best barbecue there on Amelia Island. You can't go wrong with that. If you live close there, DoorDash it, show
Send me
up,
some.
pick it up, do whatever you got to do. Go. We showed you that picture during the broadcast. We invite you to go check them out, as well as W Energy, DUBBY. Go check them out on their website. Use that promo code HOSS at checkout. Get your discount. DUBBY.GG is the site to go check them out. As well as our wonderful partners here at 10-4 Broadcasting, Tim, AdminBoxx. We can't be more excited to have them on board with us here. They sponsor all of our streams here at 10-4 Broadcasting, and they build such cool race control devices. A device I believe is a game changer. You saw Nick Alford here running an excellent race, but doing all of his race control from that device. And they can be fully custom built for whatever you need, folks. So if you need it built a certain way, you want buttons in a certain position, they can do that for you. They're lit up, USB plug and play. Plug that thing in, you put iRacing on driving or pit mode, and you're ready to rock. So if you want more information about them, go check them out. AdminBoxx, that's 2 X's on the end. Go check out their Facebook page as well as their Discord for any questions. And if you're interested in purchasing one, you can use promo code 10-4-box to get yours today. And the last but not least, a new partner here at 10-4 Broadcasting is Heatwave Designs. I tell you, Tim, Heatwave Designs does an excellent job with paint schemes, customization. You can do any color you want, any scheme you want. We actually had them do our logos at high resolution and vector files. And Tim, they got them done in 2 days. So if you want a quick, fast paint scheme, you want to work hand in hand with your designer, we invite you to go check them out at Heatwave Designs. Find out more information about them on Facebook as well as Discord. And Tim, man, we couldn't ask for more here on a Friday night. That was one heck of a race.
Man, you're right. We could have asked for a better race here at under the lights at Daytona. Been to the track many times. It was fantastic, and I just can't wait for the season to start.
Yes, sir. And that season's going to start on June 24th with a preseason race at the Coliseum. And then officially season 3 will kick off on July 1st, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want more information about the High Octane Sim Series, we invite you to go check them out on Facebook as well as Discord. It's easy. You just type in High Octane Sim Series, and they're the first ones that pop up right there at the top. And the guy to talk to about signing up is going to be Mr. Nick Alford. You saw him racing tonight in that 22 machine. We invite you to go send him a message if you are interested about getting signed up for that league. They're going to be running next gens in that league. So you saw almost a sample piece of what it's going to look like in season 3. So if you're interested about joining them up, we invite you to go do so.
But that's it for tonight. From all of us here at 10-4 Broadcasting, we want to thank you for joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, and like we said early in the broadcast, pretty much any night you come here around 8 o'clock, you're going to find some great racing in one of the leagues that we do broadcast, and you might even run into a doubleheader. You can watch 2 at once. Sounds like a great night to me. But from all of us here at 10-4 Broadcasting, thank you for watching. Have a great night.